Hello, hi, hi,
Hello?
hello, hello,
Hello? Wait, I have to change
hello.
scenes. Oh my god. Hello?
You have to what?
Why is my camera not working? Hello?
I told you. I
Hello?
told you you might have to reboot OBS.
No. Reboot?
Yeah,
What do we do that for?
yeah.
Hello? All right, let me
Gonna
make
fix your
your
just stuff.
Guys, we're professionals.
We're
We're
professionals. You know what I
professionals.
just realized? Whenever I'm capturing your camera, it's gonna double capture
Why?
me.
Oh. No, it shouldn't. No,
Yeah,
because
yeah, well,
no,
yeah, because
I'm gonna
because what
move
I'll
you.
do.
I'm gonna move you.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay, you're
move
gonna move me
you. Just
off.
give me. You have to give me a second. I'm not there
Okay,
yet.
look, look.
Where do you want to be?
I don't know.
What if I
I don't
covered up
know.
my own logo for the day?
We could just cover up your own chat and be like, yeah, we don't care about that. We don't want to see that on stream.
Why
We
are
don't
you
need
like
that.
hard to see? Okay, there we go. Oh,
Why am I
oh,
hard
it's
to
gonna
see?
see your your closed captioning.
Oh, is it? You know what? You can turn it off. All you have to do is click off on the closed caption on the stream, and it'll be good.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you can turn
Goodbye.
that
Closed captioning.
off.
Good morning, everyone. Hello.
Where is my capture? We're good at this. We're good. We know what we're doing. This
Guys, I
is.
swear we really did just like have a voice call to like talk through
We're
this
like, oh,
before.
yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Jesus.
Oh man, yeah. So, yeah. Anyways, good morning if you're here. Thank you for being here. Across both chats, we appreciate you
Oh
very
my
much for
gosh.
being here.
How do I do this? I just taught you how to do. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. You're the one that taught me. Yeah, yep, 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 yep. We can do this. Wait, okay, hang on. I wanted to like see that though. Why is it?
It should show
Oh,
you.
there you go. Well, now we have to rearrange here. One moment, guys. I swear, we know what we're doing.
I promise. Well, sometimes. I'm gonna put you. I'm gonna
Real
put you in
time
the top
troubleshooting.
right. You're in the top right corner now. You're gonna be. You're gonna be
Okay.
under a pumpkin.
Yeah, cool. Is it trying to capture a game for you?
No, oh, well, I always have. I always have Elgato in the background. So like
Ah,
Elgato
okay.
is like my capture card, and it's just there. I'm probably gonna put up like some like flowers or something. I
Oh,
don't know
okay.
yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. We're
Yeah.
good. We're good for now. Oh my goodness. Good morning.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
Zach. Yeah. Good morning. Thanks for being here. Thanks for popping in for a bit.
Mm.
Appreciate you very much.
Oh yeah.
All
That's
right.
good water.
Well, if you are here, feel free to say hello. Good morning. I know it's very early for those of us who are US based,
It's,
but it's fine. Everything is fine. This is fine.
I promise. Oh
Oh my
goodness.
God. Oh man, yeah, and the funny thing too is the two of us are both in Central Time, so for us, really, it's not super early. It's 10 a.m.
Not too bad.
It's
It's not too bad.
yeah, it's a weekend, so
Mm-hmm.
you know that's not great because we both work like normal jobs, kind of. But yeah, so we both work remotely for jobs that are in Pacific time, so we both are kind of
Yeah.
used to the delay. This is kind of like our 8 a.m.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't. I don't like the delay sometimes. Sometimes.
yeah,
But
it's
thankfully the job's flexible. You know, where it'll be like I can
yeah.
work at 9 a.m. at least. So.
Yeah, I typically try to work about 9:30.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let me know. Right, I've been awake for 4 hours, Zach. That's insane. But you have kids. You have children.
You have children.
Yeah, is
The
the
way you
sound
said that.
working well for you guys? There's not any like duplications or anything, right? In sound. I know that the delay makes the camera
I hope
situation
there's
just a
not.
wee bit strange, but
I hope there. I don't think there would be any. I don't think there would be any things.
cool. All right. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, great. Well, Vera,
Hi.
hello. Good
Hello.
morning.
Hi. Good morning.
What are you drinking?
Water.
Water.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I had to drink water this morning. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's fine.
My
I went to Starbucks. No
I was
shame.
going to go to there's a coffee shop in town
Mm.
that is pretty good, and I was gonna go there, and then I woke up and I was like, I don't know if my stomach can do that right now. I
Oh
was like,
yeah.
oh, my stomach's not like an early morning person. So
Yeah. I mean, that's the
I
same
typically
for.
try to drink as much water as I can in the morning
Oh god, yeah.
when I
I
can.
see, and I have a weird thing where like if I am like my stomach is upset and I drink a bunch of water, it's like so heavy on my tummy that it'll make me throw up.
You know what? I'm not like a like upset stomach or anything, but I
Yeah.
honestly prefer that whenever my stomach's upset. I would rather just get it over with
Uh,
because like I hate the feeling of nausea.
yeah.
Nausea kills me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, same though. Good morning,
Yeah.
Gabriella. Good morning. Good morning. You
Good
promised
morning, everybody.
tea?
I did promise tea. I'm sorry, but
Oh
I couldn't do it.
my
I couldn't do it.
god.
I couldn't do it. It's just too much on my stomach
You
this morning.
lied to
So
your chat. What the
I
heck?
did. I did.
Oh my
I
gosh.
guess I guess like gatekeep girl bossed my chat into
Ah!
thinking I was gonna drink tea.
So do you typically prefer tea or coffee?
I'm usually a tea person. It
Really? Yeah.
honestly it honestly depends.
Yeah.
Like coffee doesn't do anything for me. Like if I drink coffee, it doesn't give me energy like half
Yeah.
the time. So
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's there.
Yeah. 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 I
It's
understand.
good to see everybody here though. I see Zach on your end, Twin on
Yeah.
your end. I hope they're doing good.
Yeah, Zach and One Tit Wonder, both of our East Coast babies.
Woo!
Yep, yep. Coffee does nothing for me, but I just like drinking it. See, and that's the thing. Like
That's fair.
caffeine makes me focus, but it doesn't make me like energetic. Like I feel like a lot of people say that like
Hmm.
it makes them like all kind of crazy. That doesn't happen for. Oh, I hit my microphone. Sorry. That doesn't happen for me. I just and I don't like the flavor of coffee. So I actually don't drink coffee at all. No coffee for me.
No coffee.
You are no longer Southern.
Oh, you can't say
Ooh.
that. You can't do that. Can't do
Ooh.
that to me.
That's so funny. Yeah.
It's true. It's true though at points.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I was telling a chat a story last night about our lovely high school that we went to.
Oh,
Why don't we
jeez.
introduce each other for a moment here? So
Yeah. Yeah.
this is Vuragado. Vuragado and I know each other in real life. Strangely enough, we went to the same we went to the same high school, but we didn't really know each other in high school. Our school
No.
was too small to not know who people were. And of
Yep.
course, we had like a miscellaneous conversation here and there, but we just kind of had different friend groups and we didn't spend time
Hmm.
really just hanging out with one another. So it's been kind of fun to like, I guess, learn about each other at this point when we both started kind of streaming and really getting into it and things like that. So, anyway, Vergato, you want to say anything about yourself?
Yeah. My name's Vuragado. I've been streaming for 4 or 5 years, and I've learned a lot in that time.
Wow.
Um. It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. Uh. As Danny mentioned, we went to high school together. Didn't really talk all that much, but now we are because streaming, and it's been fun. Um, I mainly just stream like variety games. Sometimes I'll stream like I usually just like my main game is like Final Fantasy 14 right now,
Mm.
but sometimes I'll stream variety games and whatnot. And yeah, it's good to meet everybody over in Danny's chat. I hope everybody's doing good this morning.
Yeah, I think some of them have wandered over to your channel a couple of times when we've done some rating and whatnot. But
And I did.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
for the people over in Vera's channel, my name is Danny. I am relatively new to streaming. I think I did one random stream last year, like kind of in July or something like
Yes,
that.
yes.
And then I was like, I can't just go live for lots of people on the internet and like have no idea what I'm doing. So,
I remember that. I think it was.
Lord.
I think it was one of the horror game streams.
I think it was Valheim.
Was it Valheim?
Yeah, because that's the one clip I
Oh
had
yeah, that's right. That's
forever.
the clip that you. Yeah,
Oh
that's
my god,
right.
I deleted that clip. It had to go. But anyways, yeah. So really, good morning, young Rage a lot. We
Good
love the
morning,
name.
Young.
Um,
I love Young.
but
She's
yeah.
good too.
So my name is Danny. I am new to streaming. I really started getting into streaming about April of this year. So I am on the other end of the spectrum, which is kind of why Vera and I kind of wanted to co-chat today, is so we could give two different perspectives: the new person perspective, and then someone who is a little more experienced and seasoned in the world of streaming. Um, I am a sort of variety streamer. I kind of just play whatever is popular, I guess, if you will. I'm still learning my video gaming niche. I grew up with all Nintendo systems and a Sega. And so, like, I'm used to, like, old school Mario and things like that. But I don't really play those now. So I'm learning, like, all of the different types of games that are available and out there in the world.
You can
And
always go back and
I
play
know.
some
Eventually it will
retro stuff.
happen.
You should.
Gosh, all the streamers I watch, really outside of you, they all play those games. So I feel like
I noticed that. I noticed that the other day.
Yeah.
Like Sam,
Yeah.
Cleve, I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, they're all retro. They're all like retro gamers. Like every single one
Retro
of them.
platformers
Yeah,
primarily.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. So Vera, I think that the first thing that we had kind of talked about, maybe like kind of diving into, and chat, just so you know, like if anybody has any questions for either of us at any point, we're both like, you wouldn't believe, I have like 4 windows open on my screen right now, just trying to like keep track of everything. But
Yep.
please, time for me to play Super Mario World. I mean, I could, but I'd probably be really bad at it. But if you have any comments or questions, we're both watching each other's chats. We're keeping up with things. Please ask questions, give comments. Like, we're still going to be interacting with you guys as if it was a normal gaming stream. It's just chatting instead.
Nah, we're gonna ignore everybody.
Yeah, screw you guys. Get out of
That's
here.
the plan. You know, we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that love and support. Why are we? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
We
the
love
only
you
reason
guys.
we can do this is because of you guys.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my goodness.
anyways, so I think I just kind of want to know a little bit more about like why you started streaming, and then of course we'll vice versa everything that we talk about. But
Mm-hmm.
how, why, what happened? Why are we here?
Why I started streaming? Okay, so like this is gonna sound super cheesy and super dumb. I want to be famous. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like I just want fame. Like I want fame. Like I'm like, you
Wow.
know, and I like having my face places. That and I started getting into the streaming slash review niche because of my voice. I was recommended it quite a few times because of
Yeah.
the radio voice that I have.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, you know, I'll give it a shot. And then I found it to be really, really fun. And so that's why I've been like getting back into things like game reviews and things like that because
Yeah.
like I actually used to write for a game review website. And
Really?
it was a lot of fun. So my name's already, you know, name's
Whoa.
there out there,
Wait,
but it was a
shameless
lot of
plug.
fun.
Which website?
It's an old website called Operation Rainfall. They have some like funky things on there. Like they did review like adult games, which I never did. But but yeah, like I enjoyed writing for them at some
Yeah.
point. It was all free. Like it wasn't like I wasn't paid or anything because it was
Mm.
just, you know, it was like one of those things where it was small, but it was
Okay.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
cool. So you just like kind of were encouraged by people and then you just kind of jumped into it and
Yeah.
you enjoyed it. So you're still here.
Yep.
Cool. Well, I have heard some similar things in my life, but I don't think I really attributed those to this. So like I worked for the Professional Disc Golf Association, and when I was there for a summer, it was an internship. Moved to Georgia and everything. It was wild. But while I was there, I did media stuff for them, so I did a lot of like media PR work. And we drove one day to I think it was North Carolina, South Carolina. I always get the Carolinas confused. I'm sorry, East Coast people. We went to Charlotte, right? And
North Carolina.
huh?
I think that's NC.
I think so too. I think it is too.
Sorry,
I think you're right.
Go on. My bad.
Man, voice. Oh, Laughed Flunky. Hello. Hello. This is my brother, you guys. Hello, brother. Welcome. Welcome. He's got a question for you, Vera. So let's remember to come back to that.
Voice
But
acting. Okay, we'll come back to that.
Yeah. Just keep it on the radar because I know that he really wants to know that stuff. We talk about it pretty often. But yeah, so I did a podcast with them. It was a huge podcast, and hey Patty, welcome in. What the heck? I thought you had been here before. It says first time chatter. What the heck? Welcome in. Glad you're here. Anyways, so we did this podcast, and I got so much feedback from it, because like I didn't really I knew that it was kind of a big deal podcast, but I didn't never heard of it before. And so yeah, it kind of blew up, and like people were reaching out to me, and they were like, "Oh my god, you have to do radio." There's this guy from our hometown, and he like does local radio there, I guess, and he like reached out to me, and he was like, "Oh my god, like I heard your podcast, it was so good. Like I really want you to like come out and like help me with my radio station." And I was like, "I'm not doing
That's
that."
cool.
Yeah, but so like I've heard the same
Yeah.
thing. People like the way that I talk and the way that I like interview with people and things like that, but I didn't really attribute that to streaming. So I really just got into streaming because Nick, my dear sweet husband, plays video games, and I felt left out, as one does.
So you tried to figure out a way to connect at first.
Right, exactly. So I
That's
was
cool.
like,
That's
okay,
cool.
let's play
Yeah.
video games. I
Yeah.
bought a freaking almost $2,000 gaming PC with no experience in gaming, mind you. I had no idea what I was doing. I just went all in right from the beginning, right? And so I bought the PC. I got a couple of games, started playing games. I thought they were really fun. We had a good time, but we don't like the same games.
Yeah,
So then
that happens.
Yeah,
That
I was
happens.
kind of back to square one, right? And so I started seeing, like, he had been watching Twitch for a while. He's a big Dota 2 streamer, so shout out Dota 2 people. He's a yeah, and to play Minesweeper. I didn't play Minesweeper now. Listen here. Though no shade, Minesweeper's fun. We love watching
Minesweeper's
Zach
good.
play it.
Minesweeper's good. I don't
Yeah.
care what anyone says. Like, hey, Minesweeper's a
Oh,
good
yeah.
time when you have like nothing else. Well, because like when I had nothing else installed on the old PC, it was
Yeah.
like Minesweeper, 3D Space Pinball. when I was
Yep,
younger.
exactly.
That was
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so I've been watching Twitch with Nick, watching some Dota, mostly the international TI, their big tournament every year. And I was like, well, I talk to myself already when I play video games. Let's just see how it goes. And now I'm here doing something. People just keep showing up.
Yeah.
I don't really know why.
Yeah. So a little bit of background, I guess, on both of us for
Yeah.
the voice thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I never participated super in theater, but you did.
Oh, I did.
But I was
God.
huge into choir, like
Mhm.
huge. Like that was my life for like
Yeah.
my entire high school experience was
Yeah.
choir, going to choir competitions, things like that. And so that's probably something that attributes to our voice and how we
Oh,
how
yeah.
our inflections go. But to
Yeah.
answer your brother's question /
Yeah.
Flunky's question,
Yeah.
for getting into voice acting, what I've noticed a lot of people starting to do, and I've gotten into it a little bit myself. What I've noticed a lot of people starting to do is they'll just voice act over random memes, and then they'll like compile that data into something like into like
Yeah.
a Premiere or whatever. But basically, what I do for voice cleanup whenever I'm going into any videos or anything else like that, I use a very free tool called Audacity, and it works really well.
I think I've heard of that before.
It's super good.
Yeah.
You can record on it, and then you can immediately clean up the audio right after. And it's almost as good, if not as good, as some professional applications, because most of the human ear won't be able to tell a lot of differences.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I do. But a lot of people will just voice over like just memes.
Yeah.
They'll voice over stories. They'll do anything that really catches their eye. Like I'll sometimes go through on Twitter and I'll look at things and I'm like, oh yeah, this should be fun. So yeah, anything that
Ah.
catches someone's eye.
Okay, so Young said that Audacity is also so good they stand by it, and that they
Yeah.
use it for D&D when tweaking music tracks. That's cool.
Yeah, you can tweak like decibels and everything else. You can pitch certain things if you want to. So
Yeah, and Laugh Flunky is gotten really good and into, hey, Jade, Tipper, what the heck is going on? Everyone's here. Ah, my stream.
Yeah.
What the heck?
yeah.
Chat just blew up for a second.
So they're straight. Yeah, they say that they're straight in audio quality, professional application experience. Yeah, I understand the audio quality stuff. I don't have professional experience with that because I'm not an audio technician, right? So all I do is try to make my stuff sound as good as I can, which is like why my voice is pretty. I would say it's pretty good. I would say I do pretty good work for the mic stuff. So
Yeah, Laughed Flunky. It's so hard not to say his name. It's so yours
it's
too,
so hard. Yeah,
especially
no,
because you're
I'll-
name twins. Like I can't.
It's so funny because like I don't have to worry about that with you. I'm like, oh, it's Danny,
Yeah,
it's
that's why
Danny.
I did
And
it.
then for me, I just like nah, I just
Oh,
because my name's out there on this. Like I said, like with the rainfall, like my
yeah.
full name is out there, like
Oh
my full
yeah.
first and
I
last name.
you know, I was
So
kind
it's
of
not like it
worried.
would matter too much.
Yeah, I was a little worried about like the name thing for a little bit. Like I used to have
Mhm.
my name as Slytherin Skulls. I don't know if you knew that, but I
I
used
remember that. Yes,
yeah.
I saw that for. I
Yeah.
was like, I remember that. I was
Gosh.
like, oh yeah, yeah,
And I'm just
yeah,
like not
yeah.
even careful about it really. Like if people wanted to find me, dude, they'd be there so quick.
Oh,
Good
it'd be so
morning,
fast.
Danky. Welcome in. Welcome in. Another
I
Arkansas streamer. Hello.
I'm the complete like not person to be when it comes to like when it comes to privacy because I've
Yeah.
never I'm usually good about certain like I'm not going to give somebody my data and I have a password manager with a lot of
Right.
multi passwords or whatever the fuck, but I'm the worst person to look to whenever you're looking for like a privacy advocate that's like, oh, I don't want to be on the grid. I'm like, no, I'm like, no.
Yeah, the grid's kind of
I'm here.
cool, dude.
The
Like
grid's kind of
there's
cool,
so
man.
much cool stuff.
You know what?
Yeah.
My data might be being sold to like 5 million people. I don't care. Like I have a cell
Yeah.
phone, okay? Like if I was worried about tracking, I would not
Yeah,
have that.
yeah. I mean, it's like there's ways to be
So,
smart and still enjoy the internet, and I feel like we
yeah.
both have a pretty decent enjoyment and balance of those two things. So I'm right there with you. Okay, so
Yeah.
Vera,
Yeah. Hi.
what kind of games do you stream? What have you
Oh,
been into lately?
let me finish drinking that water. That was really weird.
The
Let,
camera delay. I didn't know you were drinking.
it was I know it's a little bit. So the games that I've been primarily streaming now have been Final Fantasy 14. I'm really into that. I just do raids on that. I do in-game content for that game. And sometimes I just gather while we wait for 2 to 3 hours for a party to fill up, and I'm not mad.
Oh
I promise.
Lord.
I'm not upset.
Yeah.
And then I'll play just a few variety games, but most of my single player games are usually just heavy RPGs.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk's been one lately. We've been playing Cult of the Lamb. The last
Yep.
RPG that we played and completed on stream was what was it? It was, I believe, I want to say it was Hollow Knight, but I don't think that's the
I
case.
never know what you're talking about. Like, like if we wanted to talk about how different of people and streamers we are, like, okay, Cult of the Lamb, totally, you got that from
Yeah,
me. You're welcome.
yeah, yeah. I did. I
Cyberpunk,
did.
everybody knows what Cyberpunk is, and for
Yep.
a lot of the people in chat, they all know each other from Pete Premiere 2. He's a wonderful, really big streamer.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been playing through it lately, and it's been so. Shut up, Panty Thief! Get out of here.
So like it before that, I think my other big RPG was part of the Dragon Quest series or Yakuza. Which again,
Ah,
these are really like they're not niche titles by any
sure,
means, right?
sure.
But they're not mainstream either, right?
Right,
Like
right.
they're super, and that's kind of like where I fall into.
Right.
I try to find some of those games that aren't there. And there's a lot of times where I'll play just like mainstream titles, I'll play like multiplayer games. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I'll boot up a little bit of Fortnite and hit the gritty on Goku or some stupid shit. I don't know, man. Like, uh
Yeah.
like,
Well, and the thing is,
I
like
play
that's
mainstream multiplayer games, so
that's
yeah.
the cool thing about Twitch though, right? Like you
Yeah.
can have two people that are polar opposites in how we go
Mhm.
about, our
Mhm.
streaming, right? So like the thing is, like I advocate for this all the time. Twitch is amazing at connecting people, right? It's a
Yeah.
really wonderful social media
It's
platform.
awesome.
But also, twin makeup is on point. Thank you. I did this like 3 minutes before we started streaming, so thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, so it's weird, right? Because like you have a really large community who are like hardcore gamers. They're like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
find like the most legitimate game. I'm gonna go to retro. I'm gonna go and find the ones that are like when
Yep.
you think of gaming, like gaming, like that's what you think of, right? And that's you, right? You play a lot of games that are like true to heart, that people really enjoy, that they know really well, that there's like a really set strong feelers group. I'm moving.
Yes.
I'm floating. And so like that's you, right?
Yes, you were
And
floating.
that's
I'm
great.
sorry. I had to move you.
Yeah, it's okay. You're good. And then there's people like me who are like, I've been skirting the gaming world my entire life. Like, I've been right around the edges for so long. I watched my dad and my brother play so many video games, and like, I loved it, but I always mostly just watched, right? So when I tell people all the time we were playing Final Fantasy, I know I've said this in your chat, where I'm like, oh my God, I've seen so much Final Fantasy gameplay. I've seen so much Kingdom Hearts gameplay. I've watched so much Legend of Zelda gameplay.
Yep.
So I'm like, I know the stories. I understand how the games function. But like, try to get me to play them? Oh my God. You'd think I've never touched a video game in my life. Because for the most part, I really haven't.
You just, I mean, you just got to jump in, right? Like,
I did it.
Like,
I'm here.
Yeah. You've been doing it. No, I'm not saying you haven't been doing it. But I'm saying, like, for those older games, those older titles.
Yeah.
Titers. Words are hard.
What's that?
For those older titles, you gotta just jump in, right?
Yeah.
Like, especially for like some. I mean, I'm not gonna say jump into a 100-hour RPG. Like, I'm the person that plays 100-hour RPGs.
No,
it's really rough sometimes whenever you're streaming them, because and that's an experience of that, where if an RPG has a lot of heavy dialogue,
yeah,
it is super, super hard to just like talk over that, because there's a lot of people that will get upset about that. Like, that's a real thing. Like, people will be upset that you're interrupting that dialogue for the story for the sake of chat. And so typically speaking, whenever I'm looking for an RPG or a game like that has progression, I look for stuff that has a lot of side content to do in between that I really don't care about story wise.
Right.
And so, that's just like, you just got to kind of jump into it. Like, I'm not going to say my favorite RPG of all time isn't like Dragon Quest 11 or Final Fantasy 10. And I think everybody should play those games.
Yeah.
And I think you should one day, but they're also like, 100 hours. Like, that's an investment. That's a lot of time.
Yeah, it is. But like, so okay, look, Denki and his partner and Nick and we went to dinner on Thursday night, right?
Ooh, yeah.
And it was so much fun. Yeah. But one thing that we talked about right there at the very end, of course, is the one like diehard group game, I guess, like fan support game that I have played hundreds of hours on is Halo. Like, Halo 3 and Halo 4, you would not believe. Like, when we were preteens and teenagers, we used to go to this house in the town with the big C. You know which one. And we used to go there, and we would go to this house, and there'd be, like, mostly adults in their, like, 30s there. 30s, some 40s. Yeah, she's cracked at Halo. That's true. Hello, Papa War staff. Good morning. Oh God. Sorry, we have to have this moment. Hello, good morning. Halo, let's go. Oh my gosh, so much Halo. Yes, thank you for subbing. I appreciate you so much, Papa War staff. You're a wonderful person. Thank you guys. Thank you. It goes on for so long. I'm so sorry. It's a lot more entertaining when you're just, chilling.
Morning, Danny.
Chilling.
And chat. Halo. Let's go.
When you're just trying to vibe?
Yeah, when you're just trying to vibe, that doesn't disrupt as much as when you're doing like a sort of podcast scenario. But anyway, okay, so there used to be like a bunch of us. We'd get 4 Xboxes, 4 TVs. We'd hook them all up all throughout the house. And like, you'd have your 4 players max on each Xbox. So there'd be like 16 of us.
That's a lot of dudes.
And then
yeah, well, because back then, though, I say back then, geez.
It was back then. This is over a decade ago.
Back
in my day.
Back in my day. Well, because everything for like Halo beforehand, like whenever you were doing like local stuff, it was like LAN connections. Like you would LAN connect your Xbox.
Yeah, and you could only have 4.
You could only have 4.
You could only have 4.
4 Xboxes.
Right.
With 4 people to connect to like one game,
and you'd get 16. Yeah, so
crazy.
We used to do that, and then all the adults would like give up at some point, and they'd all start drinking and doing adult things, and then go to bed, and they'd leave us, the preteens and teenagers, and give us a bunch of Monster, like the energy drink. And so when he says like, oh, she's cracked at Halo, it's not that I was really good at it. It's that I was like on drugs.
I was on drugs.
Drugs being caffeine.
given many stimulants to play
Yeah.
this fucking game. These adults did not give me any feedback on what I should drink when I was younger. That just sounds like a classic like Arkansas grow up though.
Oh my
I
gosh,
don't know how to
yeah.
explain that. Like that was like like that stuff was normal like
Mhm.
for me. And it's probably not a good thing, right?
Oh
Because
no.
like, Arkansas's, #1 meth capital in the world, right?
Oh god, yeah.
So like you think some of that might attribute, you know what I mean? Like or it's
Yeah.
like unfettered like stimulants and everything else.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah. So I get that completely because my games when I was younger were akin to like not just Halo, but it was also akin to like Smash, right? Smash is like a classic for I think for everybody. Like Super Smash Brothers,
Oh god, yeah.
Ratchet and Clank. I played a lot of Ratchet and Clank local like
What did you just call me?
Ratchet and you're not Ratchet. Ratchet and Clank. Do you know what that game series is? Do you know what Ratchet and Clank is? No, you don't know what Ratchet and Clank is?
No.
Oh. Okay, that's a game that's a game series you should play. So Ratchet and Clank is this game series about like a Lombax and a robot and they like go beat the shit out of things and it's great. And there's like multiple games where it's just co-op and it's like some of the best co-op experience I've ever had like in games.
Okay.
You should play it. Anyway, that's my Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah. So game recommendations, right? I have a whole channel for it in Discord.
Yes, I'll go use it.
Okay. Shameless plug for people who are in here, like command Discord. Do you have a command for your Discord?
I have a command for Discord. Yeah.
This would be the time.
It is.
Anyways, okay. Yeah.
Shame.
So like we both the shame. There's no shame. There's no shame here. We don't shame here. No shame. No.
Well, a little bit of shame. Tiny amount.
Okay, a little bit of shame is healthy. Like we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, so yeah, I don't know. I feel like we've talked about a lot when it comes to that. Really? That would be my reverb toot sound redeem.
Oh, okay.
So they're making me fart.
I heard that through your headphones. I was like,
wait, really?
Yeah.
Oops.
That's why I heard it. I was like, huh? I thought it was like your husband in the background like slammed like a pan down or something. Like,
oh god, you wouldn't be able to hear that from here. We're like exactly diagonal from the kitchen. What are you saying oops for? You know what you did. You know what you did, Danky.
Oops moment. Oops moment.
Cool. So yeah, it was Nick. Yeah, blame Nick. I almost said blame the dog, but Nick is not a dog, and that was gonna come across wrong. Rip. Okay. All right. That was also funny because Rip. Anyway,
yeah, Rip.
I'm fine. Oh my god. Yeah. There's no cooldown on that, by the way. So like.
Oh, good. That's great.
Yeah.
That's super.
So, do you want to talk about like what some of your goals are going forward, like tangible goals, right? We know you want to be famous. Famous is fun, but famous takes time, right? So, like, what are some of your goals coming up that maybe like our communities could join together and support you on?
So my upcoming goal that I really want to achieve first thing is I want to get past the wall of 1,000 followers. And then I want to get past the wall of I want to hit so there's what I like to call a snowball viewership.
Sure.
And it starts around 25 to 35 people watching at the same time. And the reason why that's a snowball viewership is because that keeps pushing you up in like the algorithm channels.
Sure.
That's a goal that I want to achieve. And not because I want to use people as viewers. I would like to just have people, as regulars and everything else and be like, hey, what's up? But that's a tangible goal. I want to go for that, and I want to go for 1,000 followers. And
where are you at in that process? Like where
in the followers, I'm at 656.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm 350 away.
Okay.
344. Anyway, math's hard. So I'm that much away, and then I'm gonna be starting to do. And then another tangible goal is I want to hit. Let me check YouTube stuff because I've only done a few YouTube videos, so it's like not gonna do much for me right now.
Right.
But I want to eventually hit like 100 subscribers. Like get that 100 subscribers on
easy.
YouTube. Yeah, easy.
Easy. We can get that.
Easy. And I want to do that eventually. I want to do that. And that'd be cool.
Yeah. How many
And
followers do you have, or
yeah.
subscribers on YouTube do you have right now?
I have 36.
36. Okay.
I also only have like 4 videos up right now
Okay.
because I had to delete a few because I there was a thing where I was like, I'm doing a D&D class review series, and then I stopped that. I was like, this sucks. This content sucks. I'm just gonna delete it. It's not good.
Did you delete it, or did you just like make it
I deleted
private?
it. I deleted it like completely.
No,
Yeah.
you never
I still
know.
have the user. I have the user files.
Okay, because I'm like,
Yeah.
you might want those someday to like
I still
show like where you've come from, like
Yeah.
where you are, like the growth or whatever.
Mhm.
And I would have enjoyed watching some D&D content. I did play a lot of D&D growing up. Well, I played a lot of D&D growing up.
I'm still gonna be doing D&D related content, like just like Wizards.
You need to
and
like
News
bring
and
me
stuff,
in. I
and
need a
stories
D&D
eventually.
crowd.
You need to be back into the D&D crowd because D&D is fun.
Yeah.
I have there has been a lot of thought into going to doing like GMing an online D&D campaign on
Ooh,
Twitch.
oh my gosh, you know how fun that would be? What the heck?
But it's I've got it. It's there's so much logistics, right? Like it's
You
like
can do
that's
it.
that's a process. I want to do it, but I
I
don't know
believe in
what
you.
day. We'd have to figure out a day. Like
Yeah.
that's the hard part is the scheduling, like figuring out a day.
Yeah, but
like,
once you do it, you can do it.
Yeah,
You know what I
true,
mean?
true,
Like
true.
just set up a Gmail account that is for everyone involved, and then have them put their
calendar.
schedules on there, and then you see the blanks, right? Everybody has their
Yeah.
own color, and
That's
they
a good
just
idea.
keep their schedules. Just say busy. They don't have to put what they're doing or anything. Just busy, and they put it on there,
You
and
know
then
what?
there's blanks.
I'll see if I can get that ball rolling.
Yeah.
Before or after Christmas.
Listen, I'm not great at the streaming side of things. I'm not great at like a lot of things when it comes to what we're doing right now. But when it comes to organizing people, bitch, I'm so good.
You will get it organizing people.
I'm so good. Yeah.
You know what? Then you know what? If you
What?
whenever you're available for D&D stuff, you let me know.
Okay.
Because I would it'd be interesting to have a local in something for collabs D&D stuff. Because I think it'd be fun. Because I like running D&D games. They're a lot of fun.
Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturday nights.
Mm.
We have the same office hours, so outside of office hours.
Okay. I can work with that.
Saying.
I can't do Saturdays. Can't do Saturday nights because I already am part of a D&D game that night.
Yeah. But I mean, Tuesdays and Thursdays, that's our weekday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Look at all those chickens.
I love my sound readings.
It'd be entirely possible to run like a Thursday game.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, Danky, Peachy, y'all in? I'm looking at you. Pocket plays D&D. Prison Warden Danny, good at organizing people. Oh, wow. Shade! Wow. What the heck? Wow. What the heck? What?
Wow.
What?
That's crazy.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
You can't say stuff like that. You know?
You can say stuff like that. They know.
Stuff. That's cheating.
I mean, I do like a good dungeon. See? Look. All right.
I own almost every book on D&D Beyond, so nobody would have to pay for anything.
I mean, that sounds great to me. I'm still working on building a homebrew campaign. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Interesting.
It's lunchtime. Have a good day, everyone. All right, Zach. Thanks for being here. Appreciate
enjoy
you.
Your lunch. I hope you enjoy whatever you are eating.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's got little ones, so
it might be like mac and cheese. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. I need to brew some coffee. Yeah, you do. Like, what are you talking about? It's 10:45. You said you're up at 9, so like, why haven't you done that already?
They might already have. They might have gotten through a pot already.
Well, that's true. That's valid. Cool. So, are you wanna do the educational part of today? You wanna? I can.
Yeah, maybe. What? So for you before, because there's been a lot of questions about me, right? What about you? Okay.
What do you want?
What do you mean? What do I want? So what games for my chat? You know what I mean? What games have you been playing? Like what have you been doing lately? So
I do a little bit of Valheim. I do a little bit of Minecraft. A little bit of Animal Crossing, you know. So we like a little bit of crafting, with a little bit of survival aspects. So crafting, survival. I played a little bit of Subnautica. I did not like that game. That one didn't stay for very long.
Breakfast Club vibes.
Yeah. I can't. This chat, Big Breakfast Club video. I can't. Okay.
It's funny.
Anyways, but really the ones that have stuck around more that I have enjoyed a lot more are Minecraft. I really enjoy it. It lets my creative brain kind of do its thing. I played through Cult of the Lamb on easy mode. Okay, it was on very easy mode. But I did it. I got through it, and I really enjoyed that. Like, that game was so much fun for me. Like,
It's a good game.
I loved it. I loved the artwork on it. Like, I was just completely blown away by every aspect of it. I just really enjoyed that game. So, long term, I'd like to find some more games like that, I think. But
I have
and then
recommendations for that. I'll send you some later.
okay, that sounds great. Yeah. And then I tried to play Little Nightmares, didn't like it. But I played just a few more hours than they would let me return it. So I'm stuck with it. So we'll probably play that again just to get it our money's worth out of it.
I've heard problems with that game, like Little Nightmares.
I mean,
Yeah.
the problems are my brain doesn't like it. That's it.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful game though. I think it's gorgeous. But yeah, it just wasn't really like my favorite thing. I kept raging at it, and that's not fun. Like, people don't like watching that kind of content, So I just
that content died in 2007.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but lately I've been doing some Disney Dreamlight Valley, and I'm kind of obsessed. Like, it's so cute. It's so cute. It's so well done. I think the 3D like camera movement aspect is really wonderful. And yeah, it's just such a great game. Like, they have a lot of good guided storylines, so it's nice to like kind of know what you're supposed to be doing, but then you can kind of do your own thing a little bit too. And so like it's just good. I like it. That's what I've been doing.
Every time I watch a Disney Dreamlight Valley stream of yours, I have to be very careful watching this every single time, because it just looks like Stardew Valley, but with Disney characters.
It is. That's literally what it is. They collaborated
and with 3D, and it looks like so much fun. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to, spend that money.
Oh God, I didn't even just spend some money on it. I know
you got the super deluxe package, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you talking about this because I joined your stream and I was like, okay, what is this? I've seen like 5 million people talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? And then I watched it for 5 minutes and I was like, I get it now. I get it.
Yeah, that's what happened to me.
You're like, I spent money on this game.
Yeah, I'm so dumb. Like, I didn't even do it. Like, I was talking about it, and then Nick was like, "Ooh, interesting." And then he like went and looked at it, and he was like, "I get it for you." And I was like, "Okay." And he's like telling me the difference between the 3 different versions, like the basic version, the mid, and then it's not really mid, but you know what I mean.
The mid.
And I was like, I mean, if we're gonna get it, and we're gonna pay for it.
We're gonna pay.
It's gonna be the good one. Like, if we're gonna spend money on this and not wait for it to be free, then it's gonna be the good one. And he was like, okay. And so got the good one. Oh yeah. Spend money, absolutely, Gabriella. Like, went all in.
Money.
$70, dude. Like,
literally Disney Animal Crossing. Yeah, that's why I wanted to play it. I'm like, oh, Animal Crossing's good.
Animal Crossing is good. It's good stuff. So
yeah.
What else do you want to know?
You know what? You asked me about my tangible goals, and now I want to hear yours. Like, what you got? Big goals, small goals? You got anything in between, or you just got something that like you're looking forward to, like, for the immediate future?
Sure. So I have a small goal of reaching 150 followers, right? I'm doing 50 at a time. So we got 100. I didn't think that was going to happen. We're at 115 now, and that happened. Like, that extra 15 came in like a week. Like, this is kind of like spiraling a little bit for me. Like, it's just, I really didn't think anybody was going to pay attention. And I really just wanted to like make a space for me to play video games. And since I was talking already, then I was like, I'll just do this. And so like, it's hard for me to really know what kind of goals I want, since I didn't start this with a goal in mind. Right. So I mean, realistically, I think long term, I'd like to get to about 500 followers. I think that would be nice, but I want those followers to be like a yielded regular community and not just like a random 500. Like, I just want to have like 20 to 30 people in my chat regularly talking because I want to have a conversation with people. And I don't really like, if it goes more than that, great. If it doesn't, that's okay. But like, I just want about 20 or 30 people hanging out in chat talking, them getting to know each other, me having something to talk to them about. So, yeah, we'll start it with we'll see what happens and don't know what is happening. Yeah, exactly.
So that's something that I that I can talk about as like not a negative, but something that I've noticed for that.
Sure.
So my problem is whenever I started streaming, I didn't know about any of this community stuff like at all. Like I didn't know about Discord, I didn't know about anything else like that.
Same.
Well, and everything else. And so I started streaming and I have 656 followers, right?
Right.
A lot of that is probably just like dead old accounts, right? Or not, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Things like that. Be from like way long ago, from a specific variety game, from X thing. And so that's one of the things that I've really noticed, and that's one of the things that I want to fix is I want to start building that up, not again, but just keep building it up. And I've found a lot of good success so far with like Final Fantasy 14, where I want to have one concrete multiplayer game. If that's what I can recommend anybody who gets into streaming, find one concrete multiplayer game that you are comfortable with playing for hours on end.
Mm-hmm.
And use that whenever you can. Like stream that at least 2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah.
because it's really hard to build a community of people whenever with no consistency and everything else. And if you're going from variety game to variety game, which is another thing I have a problem with. Like I'll sometimes start like, and that's something that I've been toning down on like a lot lately, where I'll start like 3 to 4, like 2 to 3 new games. And it's like, that doesn't help. So I've really started limiting it to like one new game at a time. Like where I'm like, all right, we're going to finish this. We're going to do this.
It's hard though, because sometimes you don't like it.
Yeah, no, sometimes. Well, and it's fine if you don't like it and then you just stop streaming it, right? But it's a problem if you go back to it like every other day, you know?
Oh, yeah. No. I feel like I'm pretty good at balancing that.
Yeah.
So far.
I'm not, because there's so many cool games out there, and I'm just like, oh, I want to play all of them.
Yeah, yeah. It's hard, right? Because, I see the game recommendations that have come in. Like, Pocket Mouse wants me to play Slime Rancher. So damn bad. But I'm like, okay, it's in the list. Like, it's going to happen. Okay, first of all, it's going to happen. I see you. I hear you. But Disney Dreamlight Valley came out. Like, what was I supposed to do? It's freaking Disney, you know?
I think you'll like Slime Rancher more than you'll like Disney Dreamlight Valley.
Really? And see, that's what Pocket Mouse is saying too.
Now, I will say maybe from like a Disney standpoint, like a Disney fan standpoint, maybe that'll number it. You know what I mean? Because you're super into Disney.
I'm a big Disney person.
But I believe like gameplay wise, you'll enjoy Slime Rancher like way more.
Yeah, but isn't Slime Rancher 2 coming out soon? Like, isn't there like a whole thing about that?
I think it's already out. I'm pretty sure.
Is it just like in the beta phase or whatever?
It's in Steam. I think it's like a full release.
Oh.
I don't know. Let me check. Slime, or it might be early access, because every game
it's in early access right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Peachy, same. I'm 1,000% a Disney adult. Like, I'm not so into it that I'm like everything in my life is Disney, because we know someone that we graduated with, Vera, that is that person. Like, they moved their whole ass family down to Florida just so they could be at Disney all the time. And like, I just can't go to that length. And there's no shame, absolutely no shame in that at all. But I just love Disney. I listen to a Disney playlist on Spotify all the time. I know words to songs that I've never watched the movie for. Like, it's gonna be hard because I really like Disney. I really
Yeah. Gab just said, do a community night game that lets chat choose from a list. Like, choose a game. I'm like, that might be a smart.
Yeah. So by the way, speaking of community night, that was supposed to be last night for me, and I forgot. So sorry about that. It's on my calendar, but like, it's just
I've started, so I like active community events whenever I can do them. I'm trying to mesh out like passive community events, right?
Yeah.
Like the book club, like which has seen good engagement so far, like with the few people that are in it.
Sure.
And I'm really into stuff like that where I'm just like, if it's a passive community engagement, I'm trying to get stuff like that that keeps people like active in the Discord. So
Right. Yeah,
that
and
tangent aside, yeah.
I thought
Good.
about doing something like a crafting class in Discord only, where because I like to paint, and I've done a couple of nights where I have like had people over, or I've gone somewhere for like a girls' night or something, and we like picked a painting together, and I like taught them while we, like the painting classes you can pay to go to or whatever, and you like sit down together and like have someone doing the art, and then you're like teaching people how to do it with you.
Right.
And I've loved that. And I thought that that would be so fun to do with my community, because it seems like a lot of people really are into art. So I'm like, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, you could always, one of my favorite things to do for community art stuff, and I would look into this, start a draw pile. And what a draw pile is everybody like draws on like the same canvas and like just like make stuff, and it's real fun.
Well,
Like,
that would be
really
good for in person.
Well, no, you can do it online. Like, it's
What
an
do you mean?
online like draw. There's a website called Drawpile that you
Oh,
can like 1 second. Yeah, drawpile.net that allows you sketch on the same canvas like simultaneously.
interesting. I'll have to check that
Actually, I
out.
think it's a download, but like still, you get the point. Like, it's like you
Yeah.
download it and you collab. It's really fun. Like, it's super fun. Some of
Yeah.
the most fun experiences that I've had doing like digital art and stuff like
Sure.
with that have been on Drawpile.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
it's been cool.
I'll have to
I'd
check.
look into that. Yeah.
Cool. Anything else you'd like to know?
I think we asked the same. I think we're good. I mean,
Okay. Are we even?
Are we even? Yeah.
Even
Yeah, we're
Steven?
even. Even Steven.
Okay. Well, then let me share my screen. We will do a IRL moment. I have to cover up your hat here. Where we can navigate starting a Discord for people who want to know. So I already did see Jade. I know that Jade is lurking while working. And they want to see how we do this. So like I'm 100% excited about it. But let me do screen share.
You could always do like a highlight from the VOD.
Yeah, that was something I had planned on doing too. Where did you go?
Where did I go?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have
happened?
to like grab ya.
Oh, okay.
Cam
Oh,
couch.
you're gonna have to just copy and paste, yeah.
Yeah, well, it didn't do it. So one moment, please, while I make you. Ah, what just happened? Okay, hang on. Are you seeing me do this right now?
Yes, I am. I'm also doing the same thing, so don't worry. I had to readjust your cam.
Okay.
You're
Yeah,
good.
cool.
You're good. Yeah, you're good.
It's cool that yours is like orange right now too.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Well, that's like my colors anyway, right? Like,
right. Yeah.
Yeah, it worked out.
Okay, guys. So hello. Welcome to the educational part of this. Y'all versity here.
Y'all versity? Oh my god. You did not just say y'all versity.
I did.
Y'all versity? Danny.
What are you doing? You're changing your camera.
Yeah, so we can get the screen, so I can get the screen share, so I can, show the stuff.
Dios mío, why? Every
You know
time
what?
you change it, I have to change it too. I can see myself.
All right, you know what? I'll increase it again. How about that?
No. Leave it. Leave it. I already made the adjustment.
I had to make the adjustment whenever your cam went smaller too. What do you want?
That's true. You right. How dare you take Vera from us? Okay, so I know that you have different sets of tools that you use, so I want to talk about those too. But for people who are just starting out, I literally cannot recommend Canva enough. Like Canva is such a intuitive, user-friendly, free website for doing basic graphic design work, and like you can make stuff look real nice in Canva if you take the time to do it. But
so do you want me to, so for my end, I'll just stream the Discord side of things. How about that? The Discord setup side of things, because you're going to be doing stuff on Canva, right?
Well,
So
so my thought process was that we would walk through making the logo for the Discord idea,
oh,
and
okay,
then we'll
okay,
make the Discord.
okay. That
Does that make
sounds good.
sense?
Yeah, that sounds
Okay,
good. Let me
cool.
boot up. You know what? Let me boot up Let me boot up Photoshop real quick,
Okay,
and then I'm gonna stream Photoshop while you're doing Canva, and then
okay,
we'll powwow on ideas and be like,
okay,
because I'll
cool.
look at things and I'll be like, what can we do?
Yeah.
So that'll work.
So if you're new to streaming, as I am, one thing that I learned really quickly is that like a Discord is so important because it gives your community a place to land after and outside of streams. And even sometimes during streams, people will be hanging out in there and just kind of chit chatting and doing their thing, and that's awesome. And so one tool I used a lot in college for doing some basic graphic design work was Canva. It's completely free. I love it. Absolutely great tool. But when you are talking about starting a stream, starting any kind of really brand of any kind, you really need to think about how you want that brand to be cohesive, right? So think of your top favorite brands.
Me?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Oh my gosh, I got focused on the Photoshop. I forgot. I can't. I'll have to figure out another way to capture Photoshop later. It's like a display capture. We're just gonna be here. So, my favorite brands. God.
No, so I was thinking like, thinking about your favorite brands and things is that when you think of Google, you think of
Yeah.
the G. When you think of Adobe, you think of like their typical square with the letters for the type of,
Yep.
design it is, PS for Photoshop,
Yep.
whatever it is. When you think of Facebook, you think of the blue with the F in it. When you think of Twitter,
Yep.
you think of the bird, right? You're not just associating it with the name of that company. We are very visual creatures. And so, having a logo, having a branding idea, and it's okay if you end up changing it later, right? I mean, again, I was Slytherin Skulls for a while. I was Mighty Mouse before that. And now we're at It's Danny, y'all, because that's just so much easier, right? So it's okay to make adjustments as you're learning about yourself and how you want to be presenting yourself online. That's totally great. But when you're making a Discord channel, you want to make sure that that is cohesive with the overall brand, right? Just
Right.
happened.
I am editing. I'm editing this real quick.
Okay.
You're good. Don't worry about it. You're good. Don't worry about it.
Okay. All right. So, just think about yourself and what you want to stick to, right? So for me, I love cats. I have 3 cats. I love them very much. I tend to like more like witchy gothic vibes just in general. Like that's my thing. And so like getting that idea together, that was something I wanted to be across in my brand. And so when you make a Discord channel, you're going to want to make sure that you have whatever idea you're using for your online presence being transposed into your Discord presence. And so we're going to start this with going into an idea about a Discord that we have.
So I can speak up on that as well as somebody that used to try to run a stream team for a while actually,
Yeah.
and that fell apart.
No.
But for a while, the hardest part about doing a stream team is that you have 5. If you have 5 different people and you're trying to do this, you've got to figure out how to make a logo.
Yeah.
I would say if you ever try to make a stream team, just like draft up a logo, put it up there. Logos are super important. When I want people to look at my stream, I want them to literally think of the eye patch, which is why that's there. And I think it's a really easy symbol to like look at type deal. You know what I mean? It's cute. It relates to that character whenever I'm doing a character type thing. But the eye patch. So I get it. Yeah, you just want a super easy symbol, and it works as long
Simple
as
is
it's simple.
good.
Simple is good. There's a reason. As much as I don't like the super minimalist effort that we've gone through for logo stuff like lately, there's a reason why people do it. Is because it works. So
yeah, I would agree. Sorry, I tried to type in chat. Is my camera okay? It looks blurry to me.
Your camera's out of focus. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Snap in front of it real quick.
It never refocuses though when I do that. This camera is kind of dumb. Like it is like
That's
the one that
unfortunate.
people recommend, but
Is it
it
the C920?
I don't.
The
Yeah,
Logitech
C920.
C920?
That's what it is.
That's what I do for refocusing.
Yeah, it
But
literally never works
that's unfortunate.
ever. Yeah, I didn't.
CVAM.
Yeah, I typed wrong. Sorry, ignore me. There we go.
Word wrong.
Cool. Well, all right. So, Vera and I had, well, I had an idea. Vera's on board with the idea, and we're gonna work through making it into something.
Mm-hmm.
So, this may not necessarily, the actual Discord itself may not apply to a lot of people, but I want to bring the idea out here, so you guys can understand like why we're processing the logo ideas the way that we are and how we're setting up the Discord, so that way you can think about how that might apply to when you set up your own space or adjust spaces you may already have.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was just kind of thinking the other day about having a Discord channel for streamers in our state, right? And so, like, I know several people who are streamers in Arkansas, and we don't like all get chances to really talk to each other and stuff. And I'm always looking for ways to like try and collaborate with people or really just hang out with people who understand what I'm doing, and can help me.
Yeah.
Big streamer. Yeah, Danky, let's
Well,
go.
yeah, I know.
Doxed. I didn't dox myself. I live in Arkansas. I've
Yeah,
been very open about that.
I kind of I agree, and it also gives it's a good. The thing about having like a
Yeah,
community like that, it's really good to ping pong ideas back off of
sure.
each other. Like
Yeah.
I that stuff's awesome. Like
And a
it's
space to
like
be like, look, I'm so
yeah,
sick of these freaking bots coming in my chat and like trying to blow things up, or like graphic
Yeah.
artists who like
Yeah.
really want work and they come in there because they see that you've like tweeted about being a Twitch affiliate. So they come in your stream and they like kind of harass you, even though you tell them you already have a graphic artist you're working with, right? So like a space where we can talk about those things, the good, the bad, the ugly, the fun, the not fun, what works, what doesn't work,
Mhm.
with people that like you could decide, hey, everybody, let's go have a happy hour together. Like, where do we want to meet up or something like that? Like, we don't necessarily have to do an in-person thing, but like even doing an online voice chat, something. So anyway, the idea is to have a space for people in our state who are also streaming on Twitch to kind of talk about what we're doing, just to kind of keep it as a smaller community, right? Because if we just did like an anybody streaming thing, like we're gonna have people from everywhere, and I just wanted to keep it kind of just kind of keep it geographically located. So that's the idea, and that's the Discord that we're gonna build for you guys to see how we're designing it. This is gonna be a lot more of me following Vera's direction.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and that
you can,
is why I wanted to do this.
so to help with that with the Discord stuff, whenever you make the Discord server,
Yeah.
you just invite me to it, make me a mod, like administrator.
Yeah.
And then I can be like, here's like, I'm not gonna do it for
Yeah.
you, like, because I want you to do it on your stream for a VOD for your friend, for what have you.
Right.
So, and then I'll be like, here's where you need to go, type deal. Because since I'm an IT person, I've got to look at the settings.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah, I 100% expected you to do that.
Yeah. And I'll do the we will do the fancy rules in bed that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah,
that's the wrong thing.
That's the one. Okay, so
no, that wasn't.
Let's think about an idea for a logo that we want to do. So on Canva, they give you some pre-made templates. These are just sizes. You'll see here everything is in pixels. That's typical for designers to use. It's just pixel instead of inches. Like I know that was a big adjustment.
Or DPI, depending, right? Like pixels, like pixels per inch or what have you. So inch sizes,
yeah. So okay, I'm gonna go with the basic logo, which is a 500 by 500 pixel image. It just is a nice square. Yeah, rip to the creamer. Oh no, and you're having to clean. Yikes. Okay. So I was thinking, let me know your thoughts, because I think your design style is just a little bit different than mine, but I think they're both very clean. So I was just thinking to do like a black background, because I always like a good black background. It meshes really well everywhere. and then do an outline. I know this is basic, okay? But
Mm-hmm.
do an outline of the state of Arkansas, right? Just the outline,
Okay.
and
Okay.
doing it in red,
Mm-hmm.
and then in the center putting the Twitch logo. That's it.
That's not bad.
Okay.
I think my thing is like
Native. Shut up,
I don't know
Danky.
how hard that would be to like read. And by read I mean like if it's like bright red on deep dark black, you know what I mean? Like
Oh,
that.
no, we can dull it.
Yeah, let's dull if we dull the red and dull the black to like a
Sure.
gray, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Ooh, are we
Stuff like
gonna
that.
get a free outline?
Might not be able to. It might be all premium stuff.
Shut up, honey.
I could always like,
Not honey
find an
as in
image
like
on
you or my husband. Honey as in like the. I just realized when I said that I was like, oh, that sounds rude. I have the
yeah,
stupid plug-in.
you got the Arkansas in you, It came out.
Yeah.
So
Why do
so
people
if you
do that here
can't
though? Like
Oh,
call everybody
honey? I mean,
honey?
it's just like it's just such a I think it's such a hangover from like ye olden times.
Ye olden times, really? Okay.
Can you invert the colors on that at all?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I just hadn't got it.
I like that funky looking logo. It's very pretty.
Yeah. So like when I think of Arkansas red, I think of like kind of
You
this
think of
color.
like that color, yeah, the orangish maroon
So
ish, yeah.
this is a tool that I've learned when I can't find the free option I want for Canva specifically, and in Photoshop you can cut it, but in
Yep.
Canva I just duplicate it and then I make it smaller and then I make it the background. Then I just
Oh, see, that's smart. See, look at you go. That's so smart. Look at you go.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Oops.
Danny for all of their graphic design, they do use Canva for a lot, and it all works really, really well. It's super easy to get into. My friends recommend Canva to get into. I use for all my stuff at the end of the day, I use Photoshop because
Yeah,
that's
he
what I'm
got the
just used to now.
skills.
Yeah, I use Photoshop all the time. I make my own overlays. I make my own buttons. I don't do my own art on certain things yet until I get better at art, but that's gonna be a bit. So until then, I'm gonna pay people to do my
Yeah.
art.
Yeah. I see, and I feel like I have the skills that meet the needs that I have for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
like I straight up hired Adventure Gnome to do
Mm-hmm.
emotes and to do my logo and stuff cuz like I can't do that. Like
Yeah.
that's not where my skills are, and I don't mind paying somebody. Like I know how much time it takes to go into Photoshop and to build out your layers and to find the colors that you want and make all of it blend and look really good. Like I know that that takes so much time,
Takes a lot of time.
and
Yeah.
I'm just like that's not how I want to spend my time, and I have done it before and it looked like trash.
I love doing it. It's so much fun to me. Like I love for like if you like look at my stuff like real quick like with the orange and black and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
I love doing stuff like that. I think it's
Yeah.
so much fun. But I also really like doing art, and I eventually want to get into doing more art, right?
Yeah.
But like for now it's like I'm not going to draw like the character that I use. Like that shit like I don't have that skill like not
Yeah.
how like there's no way. If I could be self-sufficient like all the time, I would be because I like showing my crafts
Same.
on stuff. So that's why that's why I try to do as much as I can
Yeah.
whenever it comes to that. Yeah,
So this is my idea, like the
it's
end.
that's a good idea for like starting out.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
we can always change that later.
Oh yeah,
For
and too,
now, it's
like
good.
we're about to be in a community of people who do this for a living, like make logos and keep a brand alive and stuff. So
Yeah.
like this is just to get people going, and then like somebody in there at some point is gonna be like, "Can we get rid of this trash logo?" And I'm gonna be like, "Yes,
Yes, go ahead. I'll
please."
pay you.
Like, well, it's
I will
everybody's space,
pay.
so
I
probably
will pay.
not.
I'll pay for your services. Trust me.
Yeah.
I'm all about supporting the artists here. I think we both
Oh,
are.
for
Like we
sure.
like I always like every time
Yeah.
every time I commission, I'm usually really good about commissioning because I know what I want when I want it usually where
Yeah,
I'm like
same.
I want this and I want this added to it and it's usually
Yeah.
good. So,
Yeah,
because
and
a
that
big
helps,
problem
like,
with
having a little bit
commissions.
of a background in doing that, it
Mhm,
helps the people who are making the work for you because
yep.
they're so used to people just being like, I kinda want, like, a heart emoji.
Yeah,
Can
and
you
it's
do
like,
that?" And they're
yeah, it's
like,
like,
"The fuck?" I'm like,
what
"No."
else do you want on your heart
Yeah,
emote? It's like,
exactly.
huh? It's like, yeah. So it's one of those things for me that I want to mention to the stream because this is important, like for doing Twitch and Discord and everything else. If
Absolutely.
you are commissioning someone, do not go in with a single line detail. Don't do that. It pisses artists off to no end, and they'll still do it, but
So
it
wait, backtrack a little bit here.
backtrack. Yeah.
What do you mean, and I know the answer, but again, for the stream, what do you mean by a single line detail?
I mean, don't go into an artist thing and it's like, I want this thing, and that's it. That's all they say. They're just like, I want this item, and
Yeah.
then and that doesn't help. That doesn't help at all
Yeah.
because what ends up happening is then you start a back and forth conversation, and if somebody can't get engaged in that conversation because everybody's busy, that artist is never going to work with you like ever again
Yeah.
if you leave them in the dust.
Come in
So
with an
typically,
idea. Like they're gonna make their creative adjustments to the idea, but come in
yeah.
with something in mind.
Yeah, that's you got to come in with something cuz like I usually like if I'm commissioning like a character or anything else, like if I was commissioning my friend for like a D&D character commission, right?
Sure.
I go in with as much detail as possible, like down to like the clothes to usually where I'm like, here's references. And that's one other thing. Artists will love working with you if you give them references.
Sure.
References are huge because nobody in the world does not use does memory drawing. It just doesn't
Right.
it's not good.
Yeah. And
There's
pay your artists. Like, don't argue with
yes.
them
Oh
about their
god.
prices. Like,
Just pay them. Just pay
you
them.
don't have the expertise to do it yourself. That's why you're
Yep.
hiring somebody. And
Yep.
there's a reason for that. And I will tell you, of all the people that I've like kind of started conversations with and worked with so far, none of them have been unreasonable, like at
Yeah.
all. It's
Yeah.
expensive. Artwork is expensive. They're spending hours on this stuff. So,
Yep.
like, don't argue with them. Pay it, or if you can't afford it right now, that's okay, but
Mhm.
don't argue with artists about the prices.
Don't.
I've heard some horror stories from artists about the way that people have treated them, and like, don't do that shit.
It's not good. And I think that's an important discussion to have, just like
Yeah.
if you're starting into Twitch or even Discord or
Right.
anything related to any online media.
Mhm.
If you want to do this and you want rule number one is just don't be an asshole. Like obviously, right?
True.
But like if you want to do this and you want to get services from somebody, do
Yeah.
not be the dollar store or the McDonald's Karen on the
Right.
internet. Don't do that. It's not good. It doesn't
If
work.
you
It will
want to
never work
have
out in your favor, like
basic
ever.
emotes that are cheesy and easy, get on Canva, make them yourself.
Yep.
Go over here. There's a free website called Lunapic where
Yep.
you can go in and upload your image and then remove the background.
Yep.
If you want that for yourself, and like, hello, you want to see an emote like that? Because I have
Isn't
no
that
shame about that. My rip emote
you
is
have
that.
one. I think yeah, I was about to say I'm pretty sure your rip emote's that, yeah.
Yep, that's exactly what I did. So
Yeah.
like, if you want
Yeah.
something like that, just do it. It's totally fine to do that. Just if you want good work like that. See, look, there it is. This is literally what I
Because
did.
like
Oh god.
Adventure Gnome, like usually what I'll do is like I not only do I like I'll pay my artists like their full worth. I say full worth, but you know what I mean, commission
Yeah,
prices because
they're
I'm not gonna
commission
argue with them.
prices. Yeah.
I usually also like I try to add some form of extra tip because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes things are a little bit like undervalued at points, and I'm just like
Yeah, I don't think he
because
necessarily
like
charges enough for
I
some of the work
see
he does.
yeah, yeah. I paid Adventure Gnome and I was like, I'm gonna give him like an extra like $5-10 because I
Yeah.
think it's worth way more than what he's
Yeah.
charging. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. So let's dive into actually making the Discord.
The
And
Discord.
guys, don't forget in both chats, like if you have any questions or anything, like please ask, especially in
Yes.
this process. Like if you want to know about more tools or anything like that, like please ask us. That's what this is for. So, without further ado, here's our basic logo to get started with. You saw how
Looks so
easy that
pretty.
was.
Let's go.
Oh, it's so ugly. Oh my god, what are you talking about? But
I love
anyways,
it.
but you saw how easy that was, right? Go into
Yep.
Canva, click a logo, type
Yep.
in what you want in the elements bar, and paste it in there. I'm so excited that Twitch has like free logos in Canva. That means that they have some kind of partnership.
Yeah.
Which they should, because
Which they should, because
Yeah.
there's no reason not to. I mean, anything that you can partner with in terms
Yeah.
of like of graphic design stuff is just like always a good thing.
Yeah.
So.
So if you want to see like how our morning started, I just sent this. No.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so getting a Discord, it's free, it's really easy, it doesn't take much time. So when you get into Discord, obviously like I'm a little bit of a channel host, so like I have a bunch of Discord channels that I'm in. I also very clearly don't check them very often. Not all of them. A bunch of them I do. But
you don't even organize them into folders? Come on.
Organize them into what now?
Folders. You can organize things into folders.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean you can make Discord folders.
Huh.
Maybe I'm the outlier. Maybe I should.
Wait,
maybe
no,
I
but
should
like I
switch.
didn't know that there were
You
folder
can
options.
you can right click. You can sorry, you can drag a server into another server and it'll make a folder, like how you drag apps onto apps.
What
on
the
your
heck?
phone.
But if you drag
Yeah.
the logo into another one.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah, chat.
Yeah.
Hello. Chat woke up.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to nitpick. I just saw that and
No,
I was
no,
like,
no,
you
no,
could
no.
save so much time.
Yeah, like, because this is great because, like, this one and this one, like, I
Yeah.
would want to have. Didn't work. Oh, there it goes.
You have to,
Yeah, because I'm
you have
like, I want to put, like, partners together because those are the ones that, like, I
Mhm.
don't check those near as often, right? So, like,
I have like all my emote servers in one folder that I'm
what
never
does
gonna
that
use.
mean? Emote servers.
I join servers to steal their emotes, and by steal I mean use them like across the board because I have Nitro.
Oh, see, I don't have
Yeah.
Nitro. I don't
Oh.
do that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyways, okay, I'm not gonna sit here and do the 422.
That's a lot of
Okay.
messages.
So if you're wanting to make your own server, it's super easy when you make your Discord account, or if you already have one and you're just starting to do this process. There's a big plus button at the bottom, says add server.
Yep.
Look at a server. So in this case, what artists and creators I think makes the most sense.
Yeah.
But
We're not gonna make this a community server, like a community,
No.
you know what I mean? Because that it's gonna be a private server. We don't need to.
Sure. So do we want to do a
Advertise
create
it.
my own, or do we want to use the artist and creators template? Let's do our own.
Let's do our own. It's
Because
just
most
gonna be
people are probably
easier.
not going to do. Okay. So create your own. For me and my friends.
I mean, my friends.
Server name. This is like the not me part, right?
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. So I was thinking about that like this morning whenever I was like in the shower thoughts, right?
Sure.
And I was like, what are we gonna name this? Like,
Yeah, so Peachy and Danky and
Yeah.
Pocket Mouse, all of us are Arkansas streamers. I know Pocket Mouse, you don't stream super often, but I'm including you anyway. So like if you guys have ideas too, you're gonna be in this. Like this is for you. And so I think for now let's just do Arkansas Twitch streamers, and
Yeah,
that
that'll
way
work.
it's
We can figure
basic, but we
something
can
out
come up
later.
with something fun later.
Yeah, I was like, Arkansas like collaborator. I was like, no, that's
What if we
stupid.
did like Razor streamers?
Oh God, really? Razorbacks? Yeah. Ugh. Ugh.
Anyway, okay, open.
That's how you know we're such a niche community in Arkansas, right? For streaming, like, right?
Look at that. Pocket Mouse said the same thing in chat.
It's so beautiful. But that's how you know, right? Because like I would like to think that a lot of the streamers in Arkansas have kind of the same like-minded,
The streamer backs? No,
yeah.
okay, but I will say though, I have to clarify
streamer
before we get
backs.
too
That's
far.
actually cute though. That is cute.
No, it is kind of, but
It's kind of adorable.
I'm probably gonna change it real quick. But I actually do like sports. I have to admit, Like I do enjoy watching basketball and baseball and football. Like,
Right.
and I am a Razorback fan.
Are you? I
Yeah.
mean, go off, girlfriend. Like, go
Yeah, and
ahead.
I know that like to Sarah Bear and Christian Fiction, like they've been at like every football game, home game, I think every single one, at least a
Mm-hmm.
lot of them already. So like, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Peachy here, Woo Pig. Like, I'm sorry, but I can't deny it. I love a good sports, but there are
I
a lot of people
mean,
who don't, and I'm not like
it's
such a
fair.
fan that I'm like gonna overwhelm people with it. But I can't just
Right.
say I don't like it.
So the first thing you're gonna want to do for that server, after inviting me, is we're gonna have to get permissions.
Bold of you
And
to assume you're invited, but okay.
What? I'm here. I'm helping. Oh my god, this is gonna be one of those situations where I help. It's gonna be like the group project in a college group project, and then they're gonna be like, "We did all the work," and I'll be like, "Yeah."
Okay, wait. So
Huh?
real quick, for educational purposes, this is what it looks like when you first start a Discord channel. So it's very basic. There's not going to be anything here. You're always going to have a general text channel and a general voice channel. So that is always going to be here. And then your name will appear up here, and you'll start seeing like this little logo here on the left, which shows your logo for that server. And so like you'll see here like how important that can be, because when I want to quickly navigate to a specific person's put me in, coach. I'm gonna add you. Everybody needs to just have some patience tonight. Anyways, I kid, by
No
the way.
comment. No
It's all
comment.
jokes.
That was
It's
no
all
comment, by the
jokes.
way.
But you can see how important that is, right? Because like I know what all of these are and whose they are based on the logos. Like I know right here, this is Vuragado's Discord channel because it has his logo, their logo with the eye patch on it. I know whose this is because this is their logo. I know that this is Peachy Skurs in chat. Like I know that this is her Discord channel. Like, so that's how important those logos are. Like I know who all of these people are, and none of them have their names on them, basically.
Right.
So
and that's why logos are important.
Yep.
Like it's really good.
So true.
It's really good.
Yep. Okay, so what do you think is the next step? I'm gonna kind of let you start taking over here.
Okay.
Vera.
Okay. So the next step is sending me an invite real quick. That way I can look at the settings to then tell you what the actual next step is.
Okay. And by the way, just as a note, like here towards the end, I'm gonna add in Peachy and Danky and all of you guys, so that way you can start chatting, so people can kind of see like how to add people and how to assign roles. We're gonna work on all that kind of stuff in here, and so yeah.
I just realized your title on your stream is co-steam.
Oh no.
I saw it on the Discord. No, on the thing, That's
Rip.
really funny.
Oh god.
It's really
All right, well, we
funny.
fixed that. Honestly, I didn't even... Right, because you know what it's supposed to say. You fill in the letters.
Yeah,
you know what?
Yeah. It's okay. So the first thing you're
There's
gonna,
an F
wanna
word
do
for you
for any
in
server
my mind.
is you need to go to your server settings.
Okay, so server settings are, you go to where your name is. There's a little drop-down menu. And then you'll see a bunch of options here. But you want to go to server settings. It's always under invite people.
Yep.
Okay.
And then so once you do that, first thing, just make a blank, like make an admin role for me real quick.
Okay, so when you're assigning roles, this is how you can navigate people within the channel. So this is how we give people different types of permissions, so that way not everyone can just edit whatever they want in a server. These are really, really important. So when you're building out roles, you really need to think it through and take your time building that role out. Otherwise, there will be someone who comes in and ruins it.
There always is. There always will be a person that is not
okay.
good.
So we want to create a role.
Yep.
Let's make this admin. Ooh, I'm so sorry. Gosh, was that loud?
A little bit, but like it's fine.
I hit my microphone again. Let me like raise this up.
What do you have a microphone arm?
Yeah, you want to see how terrible it is? Look at this thing. Look at this thing. I need a better one. I want one that goes over the top like yours is.
Well, I also have mine connected to like the side of my desk, but your desk setup's different. You'd have to attach it to the back of the desk.
Yeah, I
That
want to
goes.
You that.
You could still probably do that with that arm.
Gets invited
just
to new server immediately, deletes new server. This is Pocket Mouse?
The temptation just to delete it on stream was like there, like whenever I get that role, but I'm not going to.
Don't you dare.
I'm
All
not
right,
gonna
so
do it.
admins I think makes sense to be red. I'm a very color coding person, so you're about to figure that out.
I love color codes. I love them.
Okay, what next?
Give me the role, please.
We want
May I
to
have the
display
role?
role members separately from online members.
Yes.
And allow anyone to mention this role. I think that's going to be really important here. It's going to be the same for I cannot. That's they're going to get you. My community is here to get people.
I'm sorry. I forgot that we were still. I'm got to get into teaching mode, so forgive me.
No, you're okay. Okay, so let's go through the permissions really quickly, and then we'll give you your role, and then you can navigate us from there.
Thank you.
So permissions are really important. Like I said, you want to be really careful how you develop this role, and then how you do this will depend on how you assign roles. So we're going to have an administrator role, and that's going to be Vera and I. And then we are going to have a moderator role. And so there are going to be a few people who will be moderators in here as well. And they're not going to have the same permissions as the administrators do.
Yeah. The
And
admin role will probably just have like full administrator access.
Yeah, right. So I'm literally just going to turn all of these on. And
you don't need to do that. You can just scroll all the way down and click admin.
What the heck?
There's an administrator button that you can just click and it'll give full access.
That's so crazy. See, this is why you're here.
This teaching moments.
Yeah.
Teaching moments.
All right. And I would say anytime you do anything on a page, I would save it immediately.
Yep.
Immediately. Or you will lose your things.
That's like art too. Like whenever you're doing art.
Oh God, yeah. I just
press
like
Control
every
S.
15 minutes.
Yeah. Every 15 minutes you're making something new, press Control S. Just do it. It's easy.
Hello?
Try typing Vera.
Oh, I have to do that. They've changed it. They did an update to Discord and it's made it a little weird. Okay, so now you just have to do like the add members and then you'll select people. So I'm going to put both of us because we both are going to have admin access.
Right.
Cool. All right. So that's how you make a role.
That's how you make a role. So now we need to make the second role.
Right. So when you are here and you know that you want to just build out all of your roles. What just happened? Did you do this?
What just happened? What, the new role?
Yeah.
I did it for my own purposes. You can make another new role. You don't have to use that same role. I'm just doing it to follow along, if that makes sense. And
okay. Well, I'm gonna. Okay, let's name this test viewer role.
Okay. All right.
All right. So that way you can like goof off and do what you need to do. All right.
Okay.
Let me make a new role. So this one is going to be the moderator role. This is something I feel like you all are going to use a lot when you're making your own server. To kind of just go back a couple of steps to admin. A lot of people will make like creative names as part of their branding and things like that. So like, you know, you want to think about that when you're naming these roles. You don't have to make them as blatant as like admin or moderator or anything like that. There's a guy that his Discord channel is like the Burger Shack. And so like he has his role as like the owner of the shack, like shack owner. And then he has all of his moderators in like as like managers or whatever. And then he has a set of channels just for moderators to like talk. He's a huge streamer, by the way. This is like way beyond what we're probably going to do here. But he has like, you know, like the manager's office, and that's like all the channels that only the moderators can access and do things with. They have their own. So like you can get creative with things like that. For this purpose, we're just going to name them what they are, but you want to assign yourself the admin role every single time. You want to make sure you assign yourself a role. And that way you have that. And I don't have another administrator on my Discord channel. I don't know about you. But
No,
I have
I have a few moderators.
I have a few moderators as well, but I do not have any of the others.
I actually have one other admin because
Really?
they do permission stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been my experience that I always do moderators green because they have the green sword in Twitch. I feel like that's a pretty like standard thing that people do.
We're gonna have Christmas colors.
Yeah, we might
for our little Arkansas the stream cord because it's gonna be red and green.
Yeah.
You know.
So I turn on both of these display members separately from online members. I do that with any type of role that I have. So I just always do that. And then I'm going to allow anyone to mention the moderators as well, because if they have questions or need adjustments or anything like that, and I'm not available, I want them to be able to like say, hey, everybody with this role, like you need to be able to, to do the thing. So save changes. Okay. So permissions. This is where we have to go through each one, right? I mean,
yeah, we might as well. So,
okay.
so
View
for
channels.
most moderators, we want them to be able to kick members and ban members, probably, right? And timeout members. We want those three, I think, for at least moderator stuff.
Okay, so kick members. I was gonna go in order.
Oh well, I mean, I was gonna leave everything else just kind of default. Like we don't.
Oh, okay.
Like. Oh wait! I didn't realize there was more stuff up top. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, so like I want them to be able to.
Up top. That's my bad.
View channels, manage channels. Yeah. I would say probably allow them to manage roles as well.
Well, yeah, lower than their highest role, so that'll be fine.
Right, exactly. And then I don't know about managing. I think for this server, it would be fine for people to manage emojis and stickers because I think it'd be cool if everybody could like add their own, from their own like Discord or their own channels or whatever. Just kind of put like a couple of their favorites. But normally I would not put this in here personally. And then view audit log, not really. Manage webhooks, no. Manage server. No. So they could manage the server. It just depends on your trust level with moderators. I wouldn't do this. I would leave that to be the admins only because those are your most trusted individuals. But moderators would be able to change server names, regions, all the invitation options, and add any bots to the channel. And so generally, I would not assign this to a moderator role.
Typically speaking, the managed server role is for people that like are only doing server integrations, because you could have really granular permissions on Discord, right?
Sure.
Like you could really go ham on it, but there's like no reason to. So
yeah,
be good.
Yeah, we want them to be able to create invites. We want them to be able to change nicknames if they want to. I'm good with kicking members, banning members, timing out members 100%. Like I'm good with that. And then everything else on here is good. I do want them to be able to manage messages because I would like them to be able to delete crazy things that people say. I need to jump in the shower, so I'll be lurking, but you'll be back. Okay. All right. Have a good time. Don't fall.
Don't fall?
I fall out of the shower sometimes.
I guess it's fair.
Yeah.
Fair, you know? Yeah.
That would hurt, you know? Okay, and then would you
most of these other ones are okay to leave active right
okay
now. There's a lot of the stuff like the like we can manage events, but like we're not going to use events probably all that often.
Yeah, we might, but
you could just turn it on.
Yeah.
Everything else there you can just leave as default.
Okay.
It's good to go.
Okay.
So that should be good for the moderator. And then for the non-moderator, like the next role, we just basically delete everything that's like an administrator thing.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Except change nickname. We should probably get that. But
yeah.
So let's go down the list again.
Okay. We'll do that. But so we don't want to add ourselves because we already have roles.
Yep.
But you'll add members here. So once we start adding people in later, then we'll start giving them roles based on what we pick next. All right, so let's make one more role. And that's going to be, what do we want to call them? Just streamers? Is that stupid? We're all streamers, but yeah.
Streamer. Oh, I just had an idea for the role names. We have like a streamer back captain or quarterback or whatever the hell
I
for the
thought about
admin.
something like that. Yeah.
AD, something like I don't know football terms, to be honest.
Head coach.
So yeah, you could do stuff like that. But no, for now, just name it streamers until we figure out stuff.
Right.
Yeah, just streamers. Probably make them bleed purple.
Ooh, okay. I was gonna do burnt orange.
Oh, we could do that too. Orange is good too, but
No, purple
Twitch
makes sense because
streamers.
we're Twitch streamers, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I wonder if we shouldn't do like Twitch streamers and then YouTube streamers, and that way we can include people who stream on YouTube as well.
Yeah, we'd basically all you have to do is just make the duplicate the role.
Right.
So
we'll
we
do
could
that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Because I'm thinking of like Spencer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What are you doing? That's getting a little.
we're bleeding purple, dude.
Oh my god! Shut up. That's so funny.
It's so silly.
Okay, so we want them to be able to view channels, obviously. We really don't want them to do anything else in here other than manage not others' nicknames. No.
We can allow them. No. We can allow them to create invites if we want. But
oh yeah, where's that at? Did I go?
It should be you scroll past. I think. Wait.
I think it's already green.
Is it already green? I don't know where it is.
I don't either. I haven't found it yet. I don't think we've gotten there.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we want them to be able to connect and speak and video and use activities and use voice activity. We did miss it.
Yeah. Do we want to allow them to attach? I guess it doesn't really matter. This is going to be a small community. I trust people to attach.
Well, and that's the thing is like this is a community of people who do this for their own thing. So I'm kind of like instilling a little bit of trust in them.
Yeah.
More than I would like other. Okay, so let's go through this again. Manage channels, no. Manage roles, no. Emojis, no. View audit log, no. Webhooks, no. Servers, no. Invites, yes. So there it is. And change nickname. So those are the only two that I wanted to make sure of. So we're good to go there. We didn't want to make any changes essentially to this.
Yeah.
And then manage members. So we would add people who identify themselves as primarily Twitch streamers. So this is something that I want to keep in mind for when we start setting up like rules and stuff. It's like, what is your primary streaming platform? Is it Twitch or is it YouTube?
Yeah.
So let's do one more and we're just going to duplicate this. How do you do that?
You should be able to. Nope. Okay, you cannot duplicate it. Maybe they change. Maybe they remove that, but it's fine. You just have to recopy.
Well, it may be here.
Maybe. No, doesn't look like it. Yep. So you'd have to. Yeah.
Create a new role. Okay.
Yeah.
Stream. And like I think what we can do is like when we set up rules and stuff, we might be able to also like let people choose both. I mean,
that's not gonna be a problem. Like we'd be able to. There's ways to set it up if we want to do it like bot way. I mean, if it's such a small community, we probably don't need a bot to like get roles. We can probably just give it ourselves. To be honest, be like, what do you do? Mention it here.
Right. Yeah.
We'll sign it as soon as possible. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. I was thinking about doing like some kind of form.
Yeah.
Maybe. That'd be too complicated. Because let's go to permissions. Did we change anything about the last?
Not really. I don't think we really removed anything from the last one because the basic like permission stack is pretty
good.
Generic. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Awesome. So that's done. All right. So now we have roles. All right. So what do you want to do next? Like what would you do next?
So what we should do next, because we're not going to really do probably emoji stickers or any widgets or anything like that. What we're going to need to do next is first I want you to go to the integrations tab real quick for me.
So here.
And don't stream this. So if you have like a BRB thing, I'm letting you know there's a reason why you don't want to stream this, because this is dangerous information to give out. I say that with full confidence. And what I'm going to describe, chat, is the integrations thing that we're talking about is webhooks. And if anybody has a webhook, they they have issues. You know what? Actually, don't even worry about that.
Yeah, I'm
can
like
fix it real
this.
quick.
I don't want to.
I got admin. We're good. So never
Yeah.
mind. So the next thing that we're gonna do is probably create categories, right, for the
Okay.
channels. I think that's a good idea.
Okay. So here, create a category.
All
right? So what do we want our first category to be?
Probably administrative, like, right, like type deal, like rules and stuff. Like we have a category for rules and announcements. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's create that category.
Mm-hmm.
Always want. I always want voice channels at the bottom. Let me move it.
I'm glad that the reply it gave me was a bird. That makes me happy.
Bird. You're a bird. I'm a bird.
What?
Wait,
Huh?
you don't know that quote? What the heck?
No,
All
I
right.
guess I don't.
So we
gotta
want the
keep looking
first
at it.
one to be rules, right?
Mm-hmm. It's typically a good idea to get your rules and your administrative stuff out of the way first.
Okay, so what other channels do we want?
Under the administrative, put like
Special announcement.
like announcements, yeah, under administrative.
Okay.
And you can always rename these categories at any time. You're not locked
Sure.
in, like, as soon as
Yeah,
you do
so
that,
if you
like, to everybody.
if you ever create something and you need to change it, you just hit the little settings cog and that's where you go in and make changes. And so with that in mind, we want to adjust like permissions and things like this. Imagine not being a bird. Couldn't be me. Shut up, Tanky.
Not being a bird. I am a bird though. What are you talking about? That's my whole thing. Like, that's the whole thing. That's like the whole thing with like the character that I use.
Yeah,
They're
but he doesn't know you.
Yeah, I know, but now they know.
Yeah, true.
Birds aren't real, but I love them to bits.
All right. Okay, so how do you want to adjust this?
So I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna move administrative up top. That's always up top. Just because that's gonna bother me.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
So that's moved. We probably want like well, the easiest thing to come up with is like, okay, do we want to make a separate category for like media stuff, or do we want to just have it under like one text channel because of how small it is?
What do you mean
like
by media stuff?
Like, okay, do we want to have like memes, pics, selfies, or
yeah? So
whatever
my
under
thought
media
process,
category?
like, okay, so we could make all the categories we want to make first, right?
Yeah, let's do that first.
Do we want the landing page to be under administrative and just make it like a welcome, or do you want that to be like general chat?
We can do that. We can do that under welcome. That'll be fine. And then if we want to add things to that, it'll be easier. So yeah, just make a welcome chat under administrative, and then we'll do that.
Okay. Can you change? Okay, so this is where I kind of have issue. Like, I don't know. Can you change the landing page? Because right now this is the landing page.
I think you can. Let me check. System messages. I don't like that.
Because if not, I want to move this up.
You can change the landing page. It's based off the invite.
Oh.
So like if you right click and you click like on a channel and you create an invite, that's where they'll always land. So typically my invites always go to the rules channel first. But yeah. So
cool.
Welcome in gamers. Yeah, that works.
Welcome gamers. And I'm gonna leave that one as editable so that way people can wave and say hello and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so then general text channels, let's
yeah, the
edit
the category. You click
yeah, so then this let's make this one like okay, so my idea and this is I'm glad people are getting to watch this because this is like literally what you're gonna do when you make your Discord. You're gonna have to pause a lot and think about how you want to set things up. So my thought process was to have a section for like promotion, I guess. So have one that's for like Twitch promotion where they can share when they're going live, YouTube promotion where they can share where they're going live, and then have like a socials promotion where you can promote like all of your social media that you want to share, and then have a different channel that's like a what was I just thinking? Something. I don't know. But there were 4 that I was thinking we could have in there that were different. So a space for people to promote when they're going live. So like maybe like live Twitch, live YouTube, so they can share links to that. And then like I said, the socials link so they can events. That was the other one. So they can share if they're having like a big event coming up and they want to help or start promoting it ahead of time. Like for today, like if we had a space for that, it would have been cool to like put that in there.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. So what we would do, what basically the idea is to make a category specifically for like events, self-promotion, maybe even their own clips, maybe Twitter, maybe social media stuff, if we have like a social media thing where it's like post your social medias.
Yeah.
So
okay, so let's do that, and then let's add some text channels. So live Twitch. I didn't think about like clips and stuff. That's good.
So one of the other things I'm going to mention in chat. There's going to be some stuff that we don't set up here for a streamer Discord that I would normally do because like I have bots that like send out my tweets and stuff like that. We're not going to do that for this. That's just not. We don't need to because is not a reason. So let me share my not at all. Stuff like that, and just keep in mind. And you can even add emojis to like.
Did you see that?
To make them cute. No, what'd you do?
I clicked. Okay, I clicked add. Yeah. Right, so we're adding a new text channel.
Yeah.
And I now that one.
They're added. They're added. You got to click the drop down on the promotions.
Oh my Dios. Okay.
Yeah. So you just delete one of those other live Twitch.
Get out of here. Okay. All right, cool. I was like, what the heck? Where is it going? It just changed the name.
Maybe make a channel for YouTube videos in particular. Well, I guess live YouTube could also encompass YouTube videos.
No, let's do them different.
Yeah, okay. And then we can also do Twitch VODs / clips for the encompass for that. So that'll work.
Okay. Oh, let me do a space. Dude, I'm getting hungry. I don't know about you, but I'm like.
I'm not gonna lie. The Mexican restaurant down the road sounded kind of.
Oh, we have a Mexican restaurant right next to our house too. I'm down for that. Oh my.
That sounds really fun.
Oh my god, yeah, that one. Okay, they have the best fucking surf and turf dip at that one that's near you. Like I want it every time I go home. I'm like,
it's good.
I'm going here and I'm getting this freaking surf and turf.
Surf and turf dip.
Okay, yeah, so no. Twitch clips and VODs, right?
Yep.
I'm just gonna. Just so you know, it won't let you do like ampersands and stuff. It's like stupid about it.
It'll let you do dashes though.
Right. Yeah. It automatically does a dash. So that's another thing to point out. Like you're not necessarily adding these dashes in Discord. When you hit space, the space bar, it automatically puts that dash in there.
There's more customization for the categories, like the category names. Like you can do ampersands and stuff like that. But for some reason, the channels don't have the same.
Right. So. Exactly.
And cool. I usually just add emojis to the front of my channels because cute. But yeah, whenever I can. That's not important right now.
Right. So then also let's do socials. And then let's do events.
Yep.
Event
promo. Do we want events under promotions or under administrative?
No, I think no. So this is event promos. So like if Danky and Peachy decide to do a co-stream, which would be hilarious, and they want to do like do a charity stream together, and so they're gonna promote that probably for maybe a week or more in advance. This gives them a space to say, hey guys, we're doing this big event. We're promoting it on our own socials. We wanted you guys to see it and be aware of it. Can you help us like promote this or just at least know that it's happening? And also this could be a good space. Like if Danky is like, hey, I really want to do a charity stream. If anybody is interested in that, this would be a good channel for people to like do that. But, so promotions is good. I think also having a, collaboration maybe, but I wouldn't put that in promotions, right?
I wouldn't put that in promotions. I would put that in like just the general checks.
Okay, so like yeah, let's do a category of hanging. I almost never mind. I don't want to say that on stream. Somebody will clip
it. Somebody will clip it. Speaking of clips,
shut up. No.
Last night, yeah, you can. It's your story. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so we kind of skipped over this at the beginning. I forgot we were gonna talk about like the good, the bad, and the ugly of streaming.
Oh yeah, we were gonna talk about the bad of streaming. We should still do that.
Yeah,
probably.
we should go to that. We should do that after we get this set up. Let's
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
revisit it because you guys are gonna love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Put fingers
we'll do
ready.
that.
I am not saying anything.
Yeah, well, sometimes those are the best clips, the most embarrassing clips.
Oh god, yeah, that one's never gonna go away. Okay, so for hanging, let's do general. I know that's basic, but like general chatter. We're Southern, so we can like kind of lean into that a little bit here.
Yeah.
I think that doing collabs
Collabs would be good.
would be a good one for people to like, hey, I'm interested in doing this. What do you want to do? I think that venting would be a good one.
Venting is a good one for this.
For
I
this.
will say for any stream that any Discord server that you set up, and if it is a community Discord, do not do that. Don't do that. Don't. It's bad.
Don't
it's a bad idea.
give
It
a
leads you
venting.
down bad place. Yeah.
Don't bring up religion or current topics or politics. Like, I know that you want to have a safe space. I am an advocate for talking about things that are going on in the world, because if we don't talk about them, then they're not real, and then we ignore them. I understand that 100%, but you have to be very, very careful with that when you're creating a space for people to be in. I kind of work around that a little bit by having a mental health channel, and I literally highly recommend it so much. Having a mental health channel gives people the space to talk about themselves in the situations they may find themselves in, be them religious or political or whatnot, and they can directly ask for help or guidance in that space. But you just really have to watch it. I originally had a social topics channel, and just don't do it.
I can talk about that a little bit.
Please.
Well, I'll talk about, you know what? I'll talk about that in the bad section whenever we do that.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so general chatter
is bad.
Yeah. General chatter, collabs, venting. I think game recommendations make sense.
Game recommendations are always good. It's easy. Easy.
I don't know how to spell recommendations.
Things like that.
Wait, how do you spell it?
Recommendations? RECCOMENDATION.
When I did 2 C's, it said it was wrong, but now that I have 1 C and 2 M's, it says it's right.
Maybe we were just wrong. No, that sounds no. Wait a minute.
It is right. This is right.
Oh my god, we were just wrong.
Yeah, I know, but we both did it exactly the same. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, that's crazy. Maybe it's the Southern in us.
Yeah, we went to the same school, so there's also that.
We don't gotta talk about that.
All right, so Denki, also feel free to like provide recommendations, you and Pocket Mouse or anybody else really. Keeping in mind that this is a streamer specific Discord, so another thing that like I typically would add if this was a community server for like my Twitch community, I would have like, you know, food recommendations or recipes or travel or things like that would allow people to kind of share what they're doing in their day-to-day lives. I still think I want to do like a couple of things like that, like photos and things, photos and foodie channels. But I think I want to make a different category, just like the day-to-day. Or IRL. I think IRL is cute. Let's do it. What do you think of that?
IRL?
Yeah.
Like the selfie IRL channel? Yeah.
Yeah. And so we have like a section for that to happen. And we can put like photos and then like foodie things. I can't put foodies because I already have that on mine.
You can't put foodies. I mean, well, it doesn't matter. Did you already have that on yours? Like that. I mean, let's do, instead of foodies, let's do God, what words are hard.
Eating stuff.
Eating stuff. Yeah, that works. We can do that. We can lean into that. Lean into the Southern vibes.
Okay. Maybe we should just name it fried.
fried,
Wait,
fried.
I want fried goods.
Fried chicken, fried channel. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Name it biscuits and gravy.
That's
There
cute.
you go. Yeah,
Even though I
name
don't
it
eat biscuits and gravy.
I know, but it's such a southern, like, like such a
Staple.
southern staple that.
That's cute. Okay, I like it.
Mhm.
All right, cool. All right, so biscuits and gravy. So we have photos and foods, and what else? What other IRLs do we want to know about? Maybe I did a thing, so people can promote like their businesses, their side hustles that are not stream related, and then also like any artwork that they're working on or anything like that.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I did a thing. Cool. Running a Discord with friends asking for new channels. It's difficult to find a balance between where do I put this and there's too many unused channels. Yeah, I think this is it. Like, I don't think we need to add anything else.
We don't need to add too many. I think adding too much stuff can be bad.
But this could be cool because then when people are doing collabs, like we can have a space where we all go to without having to figure out like, all right, Vera, are we gonna go in your Discord or we're gonna go in my Discord voice channel or
yeah. Oh, and to be honest, for this one, it was just better to have the what we did at first.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It was just like we needed to talk about how everything worked. And actually, like even if it is a little bit delayed, I kind of think that adds character. Honestly, a little bit of character to like the delayed webcams. I'm like, oh, that's kind of.
It's funny.
It's funny.
The whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. Okay, I think this is good. So now we need to work on. Let's just work on like permissions and stuff like that. Let's go to rules.
Do we need to?
Well, okay. So for rules and announcements, I would say those two things should be admin only.
Admin only. Well, we want an admin only to edit, but we want everybody else to be able to view the channel and the history. Yeah.
Right. So that's what I mean. Like, let's talk through that. Okay. So we're in permissions. This is for the rules category.
Yeah. Are we doing it specifically for the administrative category or just the rules channel? I'm assuming just the rule channel, right?
Just the rules channel.
Okay. Yeah. So what we do is you'd click the plus on roles and members and you just add admin.
You did it.
Yeah, and then sorry, I'm doing it as I'm doing it. So
okay, so the way that he did that was here on the left. It says roles members. He clicked the plus sign. He has selected one. So you have your own test.
Okay, yeah, well, yeah, yes, but like I just it's instinct. Whenever I work in IT. Okay,
like, I know. You're good. I'm just giving you a hard time. So anyway, so whoever you want to do, you just select that person, and it will automatically add them. If you mess up and you need to get rid of them, how do we do that?
You click on it, and then you scroll all the way down, and you click remove that person. So
remove. Okay, perfect. Okay, all right. So that's gone. All right. So then for admin, we want everything, right?
You want everything on there. It should be good.
Okay, so then for everyone else,
what I would do for that is instead of doing it for everyone else, I would do it at everybody because we don't need to limit it based on roles. That works. Never mind. We're good. Yeah.
Wait,
for everybody else.
Okay.
For everybody else, just do.
They can view, but they can't manage. They cannot manage permissions.
They can't create invites to that space.
They cannot create invites. Cannot manage webhooks. They cannot. I would say in rules, let's not do messages because I don't want.
They can't send messages. That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Not in threads. They cannot create threads, public or private. No embedding links. No attaching files. I want them to be able to react to things. They can use external emojis. That's fine. I don't care. External stickers, fine. No, they can't mention. They cannot manage nothing. Nothing. You hear me?
They can read message history. That has to be enabled.
Yeah. Okay. And then no to this and use application commands. That's fine, I guess. Okay. So basically, the only things that we're giving them permission to do is to view the channel and add reactions, internal, external. That doesn't matter to me. And then they need to be able to read message history.
Yeah. And we're only going to be doing the individual permissions for the administrative channels. All the other permissions for the other channels, we're just going to do it at category level
At category level, correct.
instead
Yeah.
of at channel level, because that it would take way too long otherwise.
Right.
So, yeah.
Would you want to be able to have anything changed for moderators in the rules or no?
I think we're fine.
Okay.
I think we're good.
All right. So
rules are pretty static. It's one of those things where you draft up a list of rules and then you send it out once. So
okay, sounds good. Permissions was not synced for administrative. Do I need to?
Yeah, you don't need to do that. It's fine.
Okay. All right. So let's get out of here.
It'll be good. Yeah.
And let's go to announcements and do our permissions for announcements. So I would say in general, we want admins and we want moderators to have different rules here.
Yeah. So admins should be able to just do everything.
Right. So we don't need to specify anything. Moderators, what do we want them to be able to do? I think they should be able to manage the channel.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I don't want them to change permissions. I don't want them to change webhooks. I want them to be able to create invites and send messages and in threads. I don't think we really need threads, but
nah. Threads are a nice thing. I never use them.
Yeah, I tried it once and it did not go well.
It doesn't do good.
I'm good with them like embedding links and adding files and reactions because like they're moderators. We want them to be able to like do some of that stuff for us. I think they should be able to mention at everyone and at here. I think nobody else is going to be able to put messages or threads in there. So I don't know that it's important to like specify this. They need to be able to read message history. So I think this is good.
Yep, that'll be good. And then for everybody else, we just do the same thing where we allow them to. The only thing we have to really enable is allowing them to view the channel and allowing them to read message history. And then everything else should be standard, like disabled. So should be good.
They should be able to create an invite, right?
For the announcements?
Yeah. I mean, I guess
we
don't really want people landing there, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it unspecified. That's it. We don't want them to send messages or create threads or embed links, attach files. We do want them to add reactions. Nope. Yep. Nope. All that good. All right.
Yep.
So those are the things I feel like generally, like when you set up a Discord server, this is going to be applicable to any server that you have. Like you really want to have. Thank you, Papa War staff for the toot. I appreciate it. I have to start like doing a bit with that. I'm gonna have to get a bit to go with that. But I feel like in general, like this is gonna be important. Like this is something you're gonna want to do. Regardless of the type of channel that you're creating. Like those settings are going to be important. Save that. Use it when you set up your own Discord. Like I think that's going to be a big part of that process. Yeah. Cool.
And then we can do the same now for the categories type deal. Though we really don't have to.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything we need to change.
There's not really any permissions we need to change for those. Right. It's already going to be at a server level thing.
So can you talk about a little bit of like if we wanted to make sure this was like Arkansas only people, if we were like adamant about, like if we thought this was going to be like a big deal, right? Yeah. There are ways. PGY.
That's really funny.
It scared me so bad. What the heck? Hello, welcome back. Okay, so there are ways, and I think this is what your bot situation that you were talking about earlier. I think there are ways like where when people get invited to the server, they automatically land on the rules page.
Yeah.
And when they do that, a lot of streamers will have it set up to where they have to like react or assign themselves a role. And then once that happens, they get access to the rest of everything. I would be curious, like, and this may be something, again, that we change later down the road, to do something like that about, like, YouTube or Twitch. Like, if this becomes a big deal and we want to have a hanging one where, you know, it's like, okay, venting is specific now to just YouTubers or to Twitch people, it would only give you permission to use those channels if you assign
Right.
yourself that role, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not important for this, but I
We
think
can do that down the line if it gets bigger type deal.
exactly.
And that's not super hard to implement. It's just usually you go get like one of the mini reaction bots on for Discord, and you
Okay.
set it up and it's good.
Well,
So
just know if you're watching this that there are
mhm.
ways to do that, and you can be more stringent about how you set up your server. Or if you're starting to get a little bit of traction in there and you're feeling a little uncomfortable with just how open everything is,
Mhm.
like there are lots and lots of ways to really restrict the way that you're using or giving permissions in your server. So,
Mhm.
if that's something you want to see done, like we can always find another time and go through and show you how to do that.
Yep.
And you can
I
do like kind of a
will
follow along thing, but just know that that's out there and it's something that you absolutely can do.
I will say I wouldn't do that at the start,
No,
and
no.
only because you want to grow something first before you start calling it type
Yeah,
deal, before you start
exactly.
managing the weeds. So just leave it as basic as possible at the start, and
Right.
whenever you need assistance,
I agree with that.
then go from there. So yeah.
So
Yeah.
some channels that I would typically add, if this wasn't like a streamer only space, I would typically have like your administrative section. I wouldn't call it that in my own server, but I'm just gonna
Mhm.
pop my server up as an example, because yours and I's look pretty similar.
Yep.
You're a little more crafty and creative with your naming
I try. I
conventions.
try. I try.
It's cute. It's cute. But
Yeah.
just like as an example, what I do is mine's the litter box, so I need to maybe change that. So the litter box is my administrative role. So this is like where I have everything and I have my lobby and stuff like that. But I usually do a welcome in section where I have my announcements, I have my rules, I have the general chat. I group all of those together and I just made the permissions for each of those channels different. And then I put clips and highlights, and I have a schedule and events. And Vera, this actually was something I stole from your page.
Mhm. Mhm.
Having a schedule and events section where I can post in here like my monthly calendar and upcoming events, like when September was happening, letting people know about that. I should have
Mhm.
put this stream in there, but apparently I didn't. I thought I did. But like things like that, I think it's a really good idea to have those sorts of things in there, to make like more specialized announcements. Like I do my
Mhm.
announcements where I put that I'm going live, or okay, so I did put this in there. I was like, I know I put this somewhere. And so like I put, whatever it is that I made for, showing off on social media that I was going to be going live today, like all of those things I put in my announcements section. But in schedule and events, this is like a preparing ahead of time space. So I do highly
Mhm.
recommend having something like this so people can see with more regularity what's going on, especially if you're someone who ends up not being available pretty often. If you have like known adjustments and things, like I travel a lot. And so like if I
Mhm.
know I'm going to be gone for a weekend, right, I can put my calendar up for October and I can go ahead and tell people like, hey, just so you know, like I'm not going to be here on these dates. So I think things like that are really important. So I highly recommend having a channel like that when you make your own Discord.
Being on top of it is for the schedule stuff is super super important for
Yeah.
streaming. That's one of the things
Yeah.
I'll say. Consistency is key.
Yeah.
It's something I've struggled with for a
Same.
long time,
Yeah,
but it's
same.
key. So
And also like I had a really bad habit of like deciding on the same day that I wanted to stream when I first started a few months ago. And I didn't know what I wanted to play or anything. So I would like go live and then think about like what I wanted to play. Like, don't do that.
yeah,
Don't do
don't.
that. Try
It
to
makes
think
it
about
way
it.
harder.
I'm not as good as you are. You post every week what games you're going to be playing that week and on what days. That seems like it might be pretty helpful. But I typically do it like 24 hours in advance. So I do a 24-hour rule where I
Mhm.
go in and I make my social media post for the day in Canva, and put what it is that I'm going to be streaming, a reminder of the time, all of that kind of stuff. And then I post that morning of the stream.
Yeah.
But both ways are pretty good. It just kind of depends on how your brain works, but I just don't like to stick to it that much. Like I want to have the
Yeah.
flexibility.
Yeah. It's one of those things where I've recently only started doing the week by week thing.
Mhm.
And um it's been really nice, but also
Sure.
like it's one of those things where you gotta start sticking to it type deal because it's super helpful. It's helpful to get that information out, but every time I find myself giving myself more flexibility, I always end up abusing it. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I could do this, but I'm gonna do this. I'm like, I don't wanna. So I've noticed that I'm a really schedule oriented creature. So I try my best with that. But it's
And
fun.
that's great
So
because there are a lot of people out there who are just like that, and it can help them like organize their brains and stuff like that. And so, like,
mhm.
you know, that's what works for you. I know myself, and I'm not going to stick to
Right.
it. So, um, cool. Well, so this is a good example of like what a Discord can look like. This is a little bit of a different idea just because it is a streamer specific Discord. If you know a lot of streamers in your state or in your geographical area and you want to start something like this, now you have an example of what that could look like. But I think that the big thing is like you just knowing how to start from scratch and kind of like where our creative minds go when we know that we're going to start something like this. So, yeah, I hope that was helpful. Does anybody have any questions in chat? I'm going to start inviting people and give people some time. If there's anything else that you want to talk about, Vera, it's so hard. I was trying not to say your name so hard just then.
Just
like,
say it. It's okay.
I don't.
You
Okay.
can say Jacob. It's
Okay.
okay.
Okay. All right.
You're
All right.
okay.
It's just hard, you know? Like I'm
You're
so
fine.
used to
You're
knowing
okay.
everybody IRL and it's just
Hmm.
it's tough. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sending you your invite. So if you're watching this, you can see that I'm inviting you. Accept my invite. Thank you.
Yeah, the only other thing that I would say about Discord management is just be careful about who you give power to.
Yeah.
Power goes to people's heads real easy.
Yeah, real
Really
quick.
easy.
Yeah.
Be careful about what you add as like a channel.
Yep.
Keep on top of your channels. And what I mean by that is just prune them regularly. Like if a channel's not being used, just get rid of it. Like it's not. There's no reason to keep it up. Type deal. If it hasn't been used in like a month, just delete it. It's gone.
Yep.
Yeah. Um. Things like that. Keep on top of that, and for the most part, just try to have fun with it. Don't try to be super like at the beginning. Don't try to be super strict. Whenever you get
Yeah.
to a point where you are getting, 50 to 100 plus individuals like every other day or whatever,
Yeah.
okay, then you need to start being super strict because
Yeah.
now you have like a thousand or more community. But at the beginning, don't be super strict. It turns people away
Yeah.
really easy.
Yeah.
Make sure your permissions are set up so you don't pull a me where sometimes if they don't get their automatic assigned role, they what's the word for it, don't get to actually see anything. So don't mess up your permissions are important, and other than that, you should be good to go. So
Yeah. I agree with all of that.
yeah.
Oh, you have a different name in here, Pocket Mouse. Mouseketeer, that's adorable.
That's actually really cute. It's
Yeah.
really cute.
Okay, cool.
It's
So, yeah, if you are in here, so what we need to do also, before we move, from here,
Mhm.
hello,
Hello.
hello. I think that we should set up some rules. So like just give people a general idea and make our own rules in here because my thing is like I had a really hard time and I ended up just going into a bunch of people's Discord channels that I really like looked up to or whatever and I just kind of like copied and pasted and then I molded everything together. And that's been working out pretty well for me. But what are you thinking?
Easy one. No NSFW. Like super easy right off the bat. That's one of the first rules you want to have on your list for Discord stuff. People will come in and they will post things that are not safe for work and it will be bad and you will have to delete it. But as long as you have it as a rule, usually people are pretty good about that. Nothing
Oh, I
NSFW.
do have that in there, huh?
Very obvious. No racism. You just don't be racist. Don't be racist. It's not good. um,
No! How do you,
I
is it control enter, alt enter? What the heck? How do I make another
control
line?
shift enter. And I'll be editing this rules, by the way, to do the embeds. And if you
Okay,
want,
that's fine.
you can go show off what the embeds look like real quick on mine because I have them set up. Um, and I would highly recommend doing this for looks because it looks good. But on the if you can make embeds like Discord like webhook embeds to make all your rules and stuff look clean, and you can also make it specifically like category oriented, etc. And yeah, and we'll show that off in a moment once Danny finishes up the racism. Not that they're being racist, that they're that was weird out of context. Danny, focus.
Yeah,
Danny's
sorry.
focused. No, I can tell. I get into that mood whenever, like, into that vibe whenever I'm doing something. I get it.
Eh, what the heck? Okay, cool. All right. Anything else?
Yeah. No politics. Easy
No
rule.
doxing.
No politics. Nothing. Now for this server, we'll probably be more lax on that, right? Because we live in,
Right.
you know, we're a little bit. In general, for a Discord server, overall, no politics. Just don't. It's super easy to add. It's super hard to did that. And honestly, my ruling is that the more rules that there are, the less people are going to read. So I try to make it as simple as possible, type deal. But one other thing that I've found success with is just mentioning something like please keep advertisements in the channel like that you need to advertise in. You know what I mean? Please keep advertisements in like promote yourself or whatever.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? Or in
I
that
would say
category.
in your own channels, please do the same. Like, give
Yeah.
people a
Yeah.
space to do self promotion.
Yeah.
They want to feel like that you as a streamer are supporting them and
Yep.
giving them space to talk about themselves. And you should. That's how you
Yep.
probably got as popular as you are, is through engaging in other communities on Twitch. Like, I know that's for sure how I've gotten a lot of people interested in my streams. And like, you know, don't be a dick about it. Like, don't go into some other streamer space and be like, ooh, look at me, like I'm a streamer too. Like, you know, just, you know, there's a smart way to do it, but give people the space to do that, but set boundaries about it, right? So like, hey, I'm happy for you to promote yourself. I'm happy for you to talk about your streaming adventures and things like that, but like, think about it and be a little bit appropriate about it.
Yeah, no, agreed. So one of the things that I've always not always, but I've always no, God, you can't use always. One of the things that I've always found success with, screw it, we're just leaving that word in. Is whenever you're networking with other people, the worst thing that you can do is mention that you're just like a streamer first off the bat. Streamers are humans. Just go in and have a normal ass conversation and you'll be good.
What do you think of this?
Let me look.
No, not safe for work. No racist, homophobic, sexist, or otherwise hate speech content. You will be automatically removed and banned from the server.
Yeah.
Jeez. No pressure. Do not peer pressure anyone to collaborate or otherwise participate in this space. Yep. No politics, religion, or otherwise controversial topics. Promotional materials should be in promo channels only. Be safe. Have fun.
Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good.
Cool. I think we should do another one here that's like a react to this type situation. Like, please react with this emote if you are a primarily Twitch streamer, or react to this one if you're a primarily YouTube streamer, so we can assign roles.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. So backups.
Yeah. This. If what some like basic option. Oh, we could just do purple and red hearts.
Yep.
If you are a primarily Twitch streamer. Yeah, I have to get the primarily in there because there are some people who stream both. I just want to assign them the role based on where they are most often. React. Let me do a second one. Please react this message with red heart. if you are a cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, so let me wait. Start putting cards on. All right, cool. So yeah, any thoughts about anything else you'd like to see in this space? You said something about wait, what else out here with the oh, we should do one if you're like interested. Hang on, that's a good point.
Like
Please
interested in what? Like
react to this message with the blue heart, since that one's already there. You are planning to start your soon or something like that. Because we want to be inclusive of people who are like trying to get started, but they just really need like guidance and stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm just being a rebel. Okay, it's fine. It's a good point though. We do need to have that because there are going to be people like you who are like learning how to stream and like trying to get it all set up and stuff that absolutely should have access to this space. That you know.
Yep.
If you are just getting started or planning to start streaming soon.
Yep. I think that's a good idea actually. It's really smart.
Okay. Okay, wait, I would need to add one more rule. Sorry, I know we wanted to keep it simple, but it needs to be this is for Arkansas only. Please do not who do not currently reside in Arkansas for at least 9 months a year. Okay, I think that's good.
Yep, that works.
I know it's a weird concept, but there are people. So we just want them to be here for a majority.
Majority of the time.
Cool.
That makes sense.
Thoughts?
I think we've got a good start.
All right, cool. So if you are someone in this server and you know someone in Arkansas who is streaming currently, planning on streaming soon, or otherwise interested in this community that lives in Arkansas, please feel free to add them. Everyone has invite permission, so please feel free to do that. We want this to be like a good space, and it's a great place for us to get to know one another. And yeah, so we need to do with that in mind an announcement welcoming people in. So yeah, what do we want to say?
Welcome in streamer backs. Woo pig suit. No, I don't know.
Streamer backs.
Welcome in streamer backs. That's cute.
It is cute. That was a good one. Good going, Peachy and Danky. We love it. It's adorable.
It's adorable.
Thank you for being a part of the Arkansas streaming community.
The way that you said that was just making me think of like old movies. It's like, thank you for being part of something great.
Yeah,
it's like a corporation. Yeah.
What a like
that,
U.S.
honestly.
thing to say.
Yeah.
Oop.
You're part of something great. Welcome to the family. It's like,
no, we are not a
for
family.
this company now. Yeah.
Thank you for being a part of the Arkansas streaming community. We are so excited to provide a safe and exciting space for us to collaborate, vent, and generally learn and grow together.
Yeah. I like that.
Please invite your fellow Twitch and YouTube streamers to this space. We would enjoy the new faces. Thoughts?
I think that works. Honestly, I don't think we need to be too for the first announcement. I think that works really, really well.
Okay, great. Welcome Let me do a shit. I'm like trying to make this look like an email. Welcome. And in. Well, nope. Get rid of that comma. Hang on. All right.
Get rid of that comma. You don't need that comma.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pin this message as well. Yeah, pin it. I love that Discord has funky little messages all the time.
Oh, dude, it's so that's okay.
It's adorable.
I gotta be honest. You want to know what my favorite word is?
Huh.
Funky. Funky.
Funky. Oh,
it's such a good word.
Look, and my brother has that in his whole ass name. Laughed Flunky.
Wow.
But it's Flunky because he's got to be
flunky.
original, you know.
Yeah.
It's fine. He's not here anymore. He's doing a live performance in downtown major city of our state.
Fun.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and then I'm gonna make all those rules look pretty later.
Yeah, please do. Like, you know, there are lots of things that you can do to make this look fancy. I don't know how to do those things, so
I can always teach you how to do those things at some other point. I can't do it on this stream though because Discord webhooks are like they're good, but the problem is like if you show off like a webhook to anybody in the world and they just like spend the time to write that webhook down, yeah, they can send messages to that channel.
So know that if you want to make things look really fancy and nice, that you're going to do that through webhooks, and there are lots of YouTube videos out there teaching you how to do that already. But don't do them live on stream. Because we don't want you to like give away anything. But yeah, so thank you for hanging out with us to learn how to create a Discord channel. I hope that this was informative and helpful. If you're an Arkansas-based streamer and you want to be a part of this, let's do a quick invite that never expires. Oh, this is a good thing to do. Okay, hang on. All right, so if you want to create something like in your chat using a bot or something that allows you to do command Discord or anything like that, which I highly recommend you setting up, you can create a link that never expires. So you go here into the setting area and you do invite people. And then this will show up and it'll let you invite people that you're already friends with or that you interact with regularly. And then here underneath this where it says hidden use copy button, I would leave it like that. Go here and it'll say your invite expires in 7 days. You're going to click edit invite link. You're going to change that to never expires. No limit on the uses. I do that. I leave that like that. And then generate new link. And then you will copy it. And you will paste it wherever you want that to be. So in this case, it's been posted in chat. If you are interested and you are an Arkansas streamer, Arkansas-based streamer only, then you will use that link. But also, if you're setting up a chat bot or anything like that using Streamlabs or OBS or Nightbot, as a lot of people really prefer. You can set up a command that you would put that link into, and then people in your streams can do command Discord. That is the most common command I see across like everything is that, and then like socials and things like that. For another day, we'll talk about how to set up socials and things like that. But having that link set to never expire and stuff, that's really important. So make sure that you do that.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, it's super, super important.
All right, so then let's talk about just, I want to take just another 30 minutes. I think that that's a good enough amount of time, but I really wanted to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of streaming with you. So
yes.
Let's dig into it. Let's talk about it. I'm going to have to readjust the camera here, so I'm going to let you get set up the way that you want to go back to just chatting.
Yes. Oh, I've got to redo that. I've got to redo your camera. Okay, we got it.
We both do.
Speed run.
Are you gonna change anything else about your screen other than the camera? Like, are you gonna change the size of your camera or anything?
I will probably change the size of my camera. Yeah. I gotta get rid of.
Wait, I'm already on here on the right side.
Yes, but I have to.
Just my top of my head.
No,
oh?
I don't need that. Chrome 2. Chrome. Okay, this one. I had to use two. I used two different webhooks.
I did too.
Two different captures.
Yeah.
So one for the Discord and one for
Sure.
Anyway, yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna edit.
Are you good? Okay. I'll let you do yours first, and then we'll do mine. This is something that happens all the time. Every time I stream, I swear I have like a technicality moment. Okay.
I think that's good. That'll be good. Okay, cool. We're good. We're good.
Yeah, let me
Cool,
shrink this a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so let's talk about the good and the bad and the ugly of streaming, right? Because this is something like no one freaking prepared me for this. They never prepared me for the fact that people are crazy on the internet. Like,
People are insane.
You know, but when you're small and you're starting out, you're like, no one is ever going to bother me. They don't know who I am. There are people who their entire day revolves around trolling people on the internet.
People are insane.
Zimris, welcome in.
I thought you were about to go. Speaking of.
Yeah, speaking of, Dee, hi. Oh my gosh, hello. I'm here to bother you. Please bother me. We just got done showing people how to set up a Discord server. And now we're talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly of streaming. So I made it to a Danny stream. I know I streamed early just for people like you who never get to make it. That's why I'm here. It's noon. I'm starving. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Oh gosh, look, your chat's been going off too. I had you covered up when I was doing the thing, but hello, Syndria Gaming and Camby. Hello, you're familiar name. I see you in chat sometimes.
So dealing with crazy people.
Yeah, dealing with crazy people. Let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now we're on the ugly because we already talked about the good stuff.
So the ugly side of streaming is that no one will ever prepare you for the amount of people that will come in and just be awful.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Awful people.
Yeah.
Like, you can set up as many filters as you want. There's people out there that will get around those filters like really easy.
Yep.
Just be like sane. Just be sane about things. Like, you know, hit the ban. I'm a huge advocate of, like, if it's really like messed up, I just hit the ban button immediately.
Yep.
I'm just like, I don't care. I don't care. Like, I don't even want to give that person. I don't want to give someone the time of day.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, this is when it's good to have moderators. Because sometimes you might be in the middle of a game and you like can't pause or anything. But yeah, better ban them before they take root, Zimris. That's a really good way of putting it. You would have loved being here for our freaking Discord setup. Zimris is a fellow Southerner, not an IRL person that I know, but like a fellow Southerner. And yeah, he would have enjoyed our. He probably would have said some. You're not a sports person, so I don't know if you would even care. But like,
I'm not. I'm sorry.
You need to tell me right now, Zimris. Like, football wise, you're not a roll tighter, are you? Because like I can't. That's not real. He's a little cornbread. Anyway, okay, I'm sorry. Let's hop back into it. Don't let them use your platform to spread their toxicity. Exactly, Young.
Yeah,
exactly.
So that was a problem that I had. Then this is
really?
going to talk about the bad. Yeah, so I had I had to do a server purge a long time ago, and that was a thing that I had to deal with. And a lot of that stemmed from having that politics channel. A lot of that stemmed, like a lot. Like, we're talking like, this is why I don't have a politics channel, is because of this. Because it got bad. Like, people were very violent towards each other.
Oh, see, we can't do that here.
Dickheads. It was like, and in fairness, I used to be a not so great person on the internet a long time ago, a very long time ago. Yeah, you know, like, type deal.
Yeah.
And so I fostered a community that wasn't doing that. And like, honest to God, it turns people away like immediately.
It does,
point. And so like, I purged the server, I purged all the people that I was like, you're a problem. And I went with that. So never, ever, ever. And that's why you should never have politics or religion, because it will always get out of hand. And no matter what you say to mitigate it, people will be pissed. So even if you so here's the thing, if you add a politics channel and then you remove it, people will be pissed. People will be very upset. They will leave because they think that you're doing censorship or whatever the hell. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's a really good point.
It's
and then
hard to navigate.
We were talking about this earlier, DD and Zimris both, when we were talking about like channels that we recommend people set up in their Discords and stuff. Like, just avoid controversial topics. Like, I know we want to, I'm just going to repeat myself a little bit here, but
Mhm.
I know that we want to be like a safe space for people. I'm a huge advocate for that. I'm a very, well, not as much now that we've moved back to this part of the state, but like
Mhm.
I was a fairly politically active person, and like I advocate for that a lot. But this space is our safe haven, and we want to provide a space for people to get away from that. And
Yeah.
online is a really good place to do that. And so it's like, I'm not going to just completely not let anybody talk about politics ever, right? Like,
Yep.
you know, we there's a way to do it that's safe and comfortable and all right, but it's just so tough to navigate. And so in general, when it comes to Discord servers and it comes to topics that you're discussing online on your streams, be them on Twitch or on TikTok or on YouTube or Facebook Live or whatever million different platforms we have to use our voices, just make sure that you're choosing the platform that you want to die on, and you're choosing the topics that you want to die on, because you just have to be careful with it. You're always going to piss somebody off.
You'll get hit real easy
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
every side, and it
Yep.
won't even matter what you say, because people will. So here's another thing. Here's another bad thing about Twitch that you'll need to learn. People are going to stir the shit no matter what they do. No matter what you do, there will always be someone that will be very, very adamant about being that awful person. And young Rachelot just posted a quote. I'm quite sure now that often, very often, in matters concerning religion and politics, a man's reasoning powers are not above the monkey's.
I
Mark
love
Twain.
that.
And
I love that.
It's true. It's so true. Humans love drama. I love drama.
I love drama.
I am such a
Dee Dee
gossiper.
and I know.
Like,
We've been talking about the Try Guys drama nonstop for like 2 weeks now, you know? Like, and we love drama, but there's a time and a place.
Yep.
And there's a way to do it that makes it safe and okay. And I feel like people are losing that a little bit right now, and I want to make sure that we're being cautious about how we do that. But I'm sorry that happened to your community. I hate that was something that you interacted with and engaged with. But you're on the up and up now. You're recovering from that. You're hanging out. You're creating a new space. And sometimes that happens. And I want to make sure people know that, just like when we were talking about logo development and branding development and stuff like that earlier in the stream, you know, you can reinvent that space if you need to, or if you want to, right? If you get yourself stuck and this is such a non-comparable example, but like if you find yourself stuck in only playing like scary games, for example, and you're like, man, I really want to play Disney Dreamlight Valley and change it up, like it's okay to make those adjustments and those changes. Like you can adjust your community, you can change how you're fostering space, you can change the logos that you want to use and the color schemes, like all of those things are flexible and adjustable. And it's really important for you to know, like, as you start navigating the streaming space, like you're not stuck in something. You're just not.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things. It's like I went through a rebranding process whenever I was going through this and everything else. And I primarily, even though you guys are seeing me on webcam now, I primarily just use like a VTuber model.
Right.
VTuber, I don't know.
Yeah, we have the exclusive, the face of Vuragado.
Yeah, we have the exclusive webcam. Because I like doing these things whenever we do collabs like this, because it's fun. Like, it makes sense. It shows the character. And I actually have, like, it's not like my webcam's boring. Like, I'm actually, my face is like pretty reactive.
Right.
So, but it's just like, it's one of those things where I don't want to have to set it up every single day.
Right.
So at the end of the day, whenever you're doing anything related to rebranding, just make sure every single piece is in place. Because if you half-ass rebrand, it doesn't help your community and it doesn't help you. And what I mean by that is, like, replace all your art, replace all your panels, replace everything. And I mean everything. If you're gonna rebrand, do a full rebrand. Don't just leave things. The only thing that I've left during my rebrand was emotes, but that was also because I didn't have any other emotes to replace them with, and that's fine. But it's because that's not like a major core item, so it's all good.
Right. Yeah. And so for you guys who are just kind of coming in, let's just revisit a little bit of like who we are, just really quickly. So my name is Danny, and I am a sort of variety streamer. I've only been really streaming since about April of this year. And so all of my thoughts and perspectives and things like that are from a fresh point of view, a newbie point of view. I have a lot to learn. But I am a PR brand like person, brained person, not brand, brained person. And so I'm used to navigating the social world, the online social world. And so I know that I have like really heavy collective thoughts and things that are going through and coming out. And I have a
Mhm.
really good way of like saying things and making it sound like I know what I'm talking about. But like, just keep in mind, like, I am very new to this space, whereas Vuragado is not. So you want to kind of just rehash that same idea real quick for yourself?
And even if I'm still not new to the space, I still take ideas from everybody all the time. Like for example, like well, and that's another thing. Never ever, and this is the artist mindset as well because I'm I do art and things like that.
Right.
Um, Never ever feel like stealing other people's ideas to incorporate into your own is a bad thing.
Oh, no.
Never ever feel that. It is so. If you try to create an original idea, that doesn't exist.
True.
It's not
True.
all new ideas are ideas that are based off other things. That includes video games, that includes art, that
Right.
includes Discord channels, streaming methodologies, etc.
The
And
internet has
so
existed for too long,
it's yeah,
and
yeah.
it's getting harder for people to have like entirely unique and
Yes.
original ideas. So
Yeah.
it's okay if like you're like, man, I saw
Never feel
Sam
bad about it.
playing marbles on stream. That shit looks so fun. I'ma get that now.
I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get marbles on stream. I want to
Right.
get marbles on stream. I saw Sam playing Super Mario Sunshine the other day, and I was like, "Fuck,
Yeah.
I should play that game again."
Yeah. I think he's streaming it right now,
Yeah,
honestly.
he is. Yeah, yeah,
What a
yeah.
mess.
And but no, yeah, that's not necessarily a good or a bad or ugly. It's kind of a medium point. But
Yeah.
yeah, other than really bad interactions, I can say safely that I haven't had too many super bad interactions besides that one.
Yeah.
Twitch streaming is relatively the hardest part. The first thing you should probably do whenever you start getting into Twitch, just turn off your viewer count in your dashboard. Do
Oh
it
yeah.
immediately.
I turn mine
Do
off
it
all the
immediately.
time.
Do it immediately because it will kill your motivation. And what I mean by that is
Yeah.
that you've got to force yourself to talk. And that's
Yeah.
something that I know that Danny and I don't really struggle with
Oh god,
forcing
no. We
ourselves to
talk so
talk,
much.
but I know that that is a bad of Twitch. If you're not talking,
Yeah.
people won't be interested.
Yep.
And getting used to the habit of talking while playing a video game
Yeah.
is even harder than getting used to just talking to you, like talking by yourself, right? So get used to that. Get used to talking a lot. Get used to saying things. Get used to saying things, even if you don't think it's going to contribute to a conversation, but just because you have to say something. And
Right.
what I mean by that is like you see something cool in a video game, just fucking say
Talk about it.
it.
Talk
Just
about
say
it.
it.
And it's
Just talk
okay.
about it.
I
Yeah.
want to clarify, like, especially if you're streaming for a long period of time, like we are right now, like, if you have a moment, this is different because we're in just chatting. Like, it's easy for us to have conversations
Yes. Oh
together.
god, it's so much easier.
Oh, look, you got a raid. Ashen
Thank
Crosses,
you.
what
Thank you,
up?
Ashen Crosses, for the raid.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
hello. But it's okay if you have a couple of moments where you're like, oh my god, I have to breathe
Yep.
and just enjoy it.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna do that, I've learned one, you're gonna start feeling the discomfort of the silence because
Yes.
you know that you're supposed to be performing to a degree. So you'll
Yep.
feel that lag, that lull. And that'll kind of help remind you, like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be doing this thing. But
Yep.
also something that I found is like if I'm gonna be quiet, I am not quiet here in the visual.
Yeah.
I am like if I'm watching something super intense happening on screen or something exciting like the intro to Disney Dreamlight Valley, right? I know I'm talking about that a lot because it's what I'm playing right now. But when that
it's
intro is
relevant.
happening or the conversations are happening, an easy thing you can do is always read dialogue out loud. I'm bad about that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
forget. But that's an easy way to talk and not have original ideas so you can kind of give your brain a little bit of a break. But if you're going to be just watching something happen, like
Yeah.
like bring some expression in and that gives your voice a break, but you're still conveying communication.
Yeah. So one of the things that I will say about doing the communication and just talking in general, it it's really, so one of the things that I will say that's going to suck to streaming at Twitch first is that your enjoyment for video games is always going to be at a certain level, right? Like you're always going to be at a certain level. If you're streaming a game that you really love and you're really focused all the time, it's so, and I mean like, it is so hard to talk. It is so hard.
It can
talk.
be.
Like it can be so hard to be like, I'm enjoying this because you're so immersed. And so one of the things that I always recommend is, you know, always explore your options for games whenever, or anything that you're doing on Twitch. Cause you can do all sorts of stuff on Twitch.
Yeah.
Always explore that. Because what will end up happening is that if you play a lot of games that you really, really, really like and you have no criticisms, it's really hard to talk about concepts for those criticisms, if that makes sense.
True.
Like it's real hard.
Yeah.
Like I love playing games that are like not controversial, you know what I mean? But like always like, you know, if I go to Steam, I'm like, I want to see a mixed review game and I want to play that on stream because I know I'll have things to talk about.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Hot
Your
Tub
chat.
Stream win? No.
Okay,
no.
so speaking of hot tub streams though, like
yes, go on.
We have to take a moment and recognize that we are human beings, guys. We are human beings. We are really good, both of us, at saying funny things and really good at saying things concisely and clearly because we have had practice doing so. And we are just good at that. Like some people are good at it, some people aren't, and that's fine. But we fuck up.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, we mess up. And I had a moment yesterday where I had kind of my first real mess up live on stream. And it's so funny because I just seen on TikTok, like I started getting streamer content on TikTok, which is great. I love it. Great source of information if you need a place to go. But with that in mind, one of the things that happens is we mess up, right? And so yesterday, Vera and I met. And we didn't meet for the first time. To clarify, we met over Discord to make sure that we were preparing for this stream today, getting anything that we needed, like the timer for the multi-stream link so you could watch both of us at the same time, the command set up for that, making sure that we had the webcam situation figured out, figuring out how to set up, just getting it prepared for us to co-stream. I'd never done it before. I was a little nervous about it. So we had a meeting before I streamed by myself yesterday, before he streamed by himself yesterday. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit of heartburn. And I messed up. I messed up good. It was good stuff. So essentially we were editing this screen. I was editing this scene that you're seeing on my stream right now, to prepare for this moment. And I decided... You burned my heart, Danny. Shut up, Dee Dee. You're hilarious. I love you. You're great. So I was preparing for this and it was so close to the time. I had like 5 minutes and I love the pumpkin paper. Yeah, no, seriously though. I hit live and I was like, cool. Live buttons on, stream titles correct, all of the tags are correct, everything was good to go. And so what I do is when I cut it too close to starting like that, I like to do like makeup and stuff, especially because it's spoopy season and I'm dressing up and having fun with it. So I have in my office, I can show you guys. I have a vanity right here. Oh, sorry, my hand is in the way. I'm so sorry. Oh God. Okay. I have a vanity right here, and that's where I get ready. So I have like all my makeup and everything there. And I go over there and I'm getting ready. So I'm just standing there getting ready. I have my light on. I'm like doing my makeup. I'm getting excited, trying to like hype myself up for stream. And then my dear sweet husband comes kind of quickly around the corner and he's like, "Your camera is on." And I was like, "Oh no." And I turn around and all you can see is my ass.
Yeah. It happens. It happens. See,
it happens.
That's one of the benefits. That's one of the benefits of being a VTuber. I don't have to worry about that.
I was so embarrassed. And of course, there's a clip of it. Oh God. Speaking of
the person that clipped it.
Yeah.
Hey, Sage.
Woo! Hello, Sage. Sir Raid, you're so ridiculous. OMG raid. Hello. Butt raid. Yeah, so we're literally telling this story, Sage, right now. I just got done telling the story of my ass. So, yeah. So, and then Sage, this beautiful sir, decided upon hearing that story and my embarrassment during Sage raid, butt raid, sir raid, hello raid. We love it. Sage
Hello.
quoting me all the time. Thank you for the raid, by the way. I appreciate you being here. But Sage decided upon hearing that story that after I got done streaming yesterday, Sir was going to go back to the VOD and decided to go and watch it and clip the moment of me getting ready for stream. And now that exists on the internet. So there is a clip of that if you'd like to see it.
There is a clip. You just want to go look, you know? I mean, go ahead. It's there.
It's there. I put it on TikTok. You're welcome to go look at that. I made a funny little TikTok from it and gave Sage credit on the Twitter. Yeah, so we're humans and we're navigating this online space as best we can. At least you were clothed. Now look, we got to talk about that too, because here's the thing. I like to be a pantsless lady in my own house. Okay.
So it's good that you weren't.
It's good I wasn't, because the first few times I streamed, and then this was a real fear of mine, which is why I stopped doing that, is I was I would like to like just sit in my chair with like a cute little shirt on and not have pants on and just cover myself in like a soft blankie, like this little throw blankie. And then I was like, what if I forget to hit my BRB screen and I like stand up? Yeah. I'm never going to recover from that. Yeah. This is the moment that you want to follow me. Okay, but let me turn this way down because this one really does go on forever. Yeah, sorry. Hang on. This is... Yeah. Thank you for the follow, Jinx. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for following. You're coming in at the funniest moments of my entire streaming career so far. Hey, Lance! Thank you for the hydrate, by the way. Lance, I appreciate you. I did hydrate. I just didn't say thank you in that moment. But yeah, so I just had a real fear that I was going to mess that up. And so I stopped doing that very quickly. And I highly recommend you do the same. Don't do your cozy at-home pantsless stream. Unintentional humor is the best. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, the music stopped. Let me turn the sound back up so people can hear you. What were you going to say?
I understand that. I used to do that exact same thing, and then whenever I was doing webcam streams, I was like, I'm gonna start wearing pants because whenever I do webcam streams, I'm really active on webcam. Like I will get up out of my chair, I'll make I'll do like little gorilla things, you know, like what I mean, like little you know, just classic stuff, you know. Just do that all the time because it's fun, you know. People enjoy that, and and I almost messed up once when I was doing that because I realized as soon as I was getting up, I immediately sat back down. I was like, nah, I didn't sit back down.
Sage says it's not quite Digital Foundry levels, but that's a good thing. Yep. So, yeah, we're human beings being the point. All streamers are. They're going to mess up. They're going to do silly things. And the ones who just kind of embrace it and have fun with it, you know, that's the only way. Oh, you could be a touch louder. Okay, let me turn you back up.
I could be touch louder. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. I have it turned down. My desktop audio and slobs turned down just a little bit too much. Yeah. But yeah, so you know, we're all weird and fun and do different things, and we mess up, and that's okay. The point being, like, if you mess up, if you catch yourself in a community situation, shut up, Sage. Our community troll has arrived. We love Sagebert. There's nothing that's gonna like. I don't want to say nothing. You could definitely really mess things up.
Yep.
But I feel like most of the time, as long as people are genuine and well intentioned, you know, you're gonna be fine, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah, I am getting bullied by my friends, but it's fine. I love it. Yeah. I invite that in my space.
Well, I mean, you have to, right?
Oh yeah.
You
Don't
have
be a
to.
douche takes you pretty far. It really does. It
It's
really
super
does.
easy. That's what I was talking about earlier. Don't
Yeah.
be an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, honest to God, don't be an asshole. And I know
Yeah.
that I've been looking away from the camera this entire time, but like I'm looking at it right now to clarify this. Don't be an asshole. I'm setting up a webhook. Don't be that guy. Don't be an asshole. It's super easy. It's so easy. It's just I think as the internet has grown, people just have lost that, and they just don't. There's no tact. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
people just go for the fucking throat now, dude. And I
Yeah.
know I'm cursing. I'm sorry,
No,
but
no, no.
like
It's
people just
okay.
go for the throat, dude, and it's
Yeah.
bad. It's
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, so
doesn't make
just
sense.
be a good human. Be a good human and have fun. If you're starting streaming, enjoy it. Oh my gosh, you could have so much fun with this.
It's awesome.
Just be a good human. I think that's the general message. I feel like we're right at the 3 hour mark.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling pretty good about like um oh yeah, what the heck? How did you get turned back down a little bit? The heck? Okay.
Did I?
Yeah, my desktop audio just like kind of automatically went back
Oh my
down. That was weird.
gosh. I'm sorry.
I feel pretty good. I want to say, Vuragado, thank you so
Mhm.
much. You have been an incredible support for me in this journey. And for reference, we know each other in real life. For people who are just joining, we do, but we didn't really like we weren't friends. We were acquaintances,
Yeah.
and so like
We didn't hate each
genuinely
other, but yeah.
genuinely like thank you for essentially helping out a stranger
Mhm.
and helping me figure out and navigate this world. I know I come to you with all kinds of like questions and things, and you've been really amazing about helping me with that.
Mhm.
And so like I'm available for that for other people. If you need anything, please let me know. Like I'm not opposed of helping as much as I can, but I just want to say thank you Vera for it's yeah, we have just been chatting. Oh, well, we made a Discord server as well. So we did a screen
Mhm.
share and created a Discord
Mhm.
server and talked through that. But thank you. This
Yeah,
is a
yeah.
Saturday, our day off in the
Yeah.
morning, and
Yep.
you chose to very chaotically join me on this journey, and I really can't appreciate that enough. Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah,
you.
yeah, no problem. Thank you for inviting me. It was a lot of fun today. Even if we've had just like we had organization, but like I said, it just organization only gets you so far type deal.